No, that's not scary at all. We're gonna
Welcome
die.
back to It Gets Worse.
That's not scary at all.
When we... I'm sorry.
Yay!
Left our neighborhood patrol.
Woo!
You were assigned to patrol your neighborhood of the great city of Anashir. You began your patrol by successfully putting down a bar brawl, though some of you took some damage.
Yeah.
I was glad I started by addressing the audience.
And we didn't kill the Minotaur. We weren't like, oh,
No,
you're
that's
dead.
true. We convinced him to walk it off.
We normally would just go in there and
There
kill.
was definitely convincing that happened in that.
We killed everyone else, though.
We didn't kill.
Everyone,
did we kill
everything.
anyone?
We didn't kill anyone. Well,
Continuing
somebody
on,
killed someone. Sorry.
my very next line. You killed a bunch of giant moths that were
yeah,
attracted
don't care
to
about
the
that.
morose Cormier's bright hammer. Sarchment. Nope. There was the joke. Morose Cormier's bright hammer and marked the remains for the city watch.
You're off to a great start.
You found rats consuming the corpse of a local half-orc resident, Silran Owens.
And then I robbed her.
We don't know that.
You
Cora
don't know that.
managed to knock out the cleric, Lyra, as Lyra held the mouth of the alley against the three rats. Beth, did you have a chance to watch the episode?
No, I just read the recap. I'm sorry.
Okay, that's fine. You got knocked out. It was
By a friend.
with the assistance of some rodent-friendly fire. You killed the rats, marked the remains, and continued your patrol after ensconcing your unconscious cleric in Vera's tidy home. You found an abandoned home with a hole in the floor leading to some kind of underground cavern. Inside, you destroyed several undead creatures made up of hands and feet, and cooked a cultist who seemed to have set up some kind of sunken altar in the largest room of the cavern and carved the image of a red moon above it. While some of you investigated other rooms in this cavern, Cormier took his hammer to the altar, smashed once,
Baylor style.
and you found him unconscious a few minutes later. You cleared parts of the cavern, left a note, and took Cormier to Talia's house, where you left her in the care of Talia's mother. Is it Lilane or Liliane?
Gingerbread.
Lilane.
Because it's just Lilane. Lilane? Okay.
Yeah.
Lilane was not sure what was wrong with him, but she said she would spend the night doing what she could. Finally, down to only Vera.
We got eaten by streets.
Oh yeah.
That was the one I forgot.
Fingers.
So
Yeah.
next time when I send you the recap, and I'm like, are there any important details I missed?
You didn't say that.
I did.
We just assumed that we weren't important enough to make that recap.
Finally, down to only Vera, Cora, and Talia. You set out on the final round of your patrol, during which you found a warehouse from which emanated grunts, gruff conversation and arguments, and what sounded like heavy objects being moved. Vera managed to sneak a glimpse at the boxes, and when the group was discovered, she told the workers to carry on with their council business. Immediately after the workers left, the party snuck into the building and cracked open one of the boxes, which, as far as you could tell, contained only dirt. Buying them time by warding off another patrol that was curious about the noise,
Finally found that boy.
Talia managed to hold Braden Davidson and the crew of Riston Point in conversation for a while before sending them on their way.
I got burnt
You got burnt.
by the soil.
You felt a warm thing, and you made a constitution save.
Yes.
And that's what you did.
I also took a sample.
You took a sample and sent it to Junior. Yep.
Yes.
She didn't eat
No.
it, though, which was really disappointing. I feel like Lakaya would have eaten it.
Look, I would have eaten anything.
Before we start, actually, this episode, Almania, you have -5 copper, because the city assigned you to the patrol, and
No.
Finals week stuff.
Talia
Slaka.
will pay because she feels badly because she kind of spilled the beans on Almania. So she will give Almania 5 copper. So.
also,
Aw.
Lyra, if you could please make me a constitution saving throw,
Oh god.
as you were bitten by rats.
Gross.
10 copper to a silver.
Yes. Can she see him okay? Okay.
Don't worry, I'm gonna call her a doctor.
Just take her to mother.
Constitution.
Yep.
That's a 5.
Okay.
Oh, oof, da.
Good to know. Give me a
Like
moment.
Hmm?
Never heard of her.
Never heard. Yeah. There's no such thing as plague in this world.
Can you roll me a 1d4 now, please? You don't know anything.
I know lots of things.
I have PDFs full of diseases.
We know.
2?
I'm
Alrighty
more
then.
concerned that I'm old and I'm going to catch pneumonia one of these days.
Excellent. Good to know.
Sorry, Beth.
Also, Lyra, you have 1 point of exhaustion from being dropped to 0 hit points. It will require a medicine check to treat. Now, because we're just going to launch into the next day and you yourself are a cleric, we're going to run through the mechanics. It's mostly going to be
Nominative.
Nominated? Do we get a vote?
Okay, I ran 4 hours of seminar today. I've been reading them out
Latinists
loud
unite.
all day.
Nominative.
So
Latinists
give me a
unite.
break. So go ahead and make a quick medicine check.
Kit Kat bar?
We don't have any Kit Kats.
Shh.
Not sponsored.
But you should.
I do.
Woo!
Okay,
Good job.
so your wound is now considered treated. Because there are broken things in your shoulder,
Yeah.
if you wanted to go ahead and dump just a magical healing spell into it, it'll basically be gone. But for today, you'll be down a slot.
Okay, what happens if I lose it?
You've got disadvantage on most acrobatics and athletics and attack rolls and the like.
Okay, I'll throw the spell.
Okay, so you don't heal anything, you don't roll anything, so you've treated the wound, and then you use magic to fix it. So you're back to whole, but you've used a spell slot today.
When I got home, I would have called her a healer. If she doesn't want to spend that.
Okay. Do you have a healer in the neighborhood?
What would I?
She's an old lady.
Probably
No
not one.
one.
Not one
Probably
in
not
this
one
neighborhood.
that you right. So probably not one that you could reach
I
in the
might have
middle of the night.
true, not in the middle of the night. I would have called the family one.
Okay.
The family physician.
Is there anything
PCP.
in particular you wanted to do before you went to bed tonight? So the patrol has just ended. You're unconscious. Lyra's unconscious.
I would have called a runner and sent the sample to Junior immediately.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, and also with a note, telling where it came from, etc.
Okay.
Everything I know about it.
Yep.
I would sit down and write up the full report to send in to what's his bucket tomorrow.
Are you addressing it to what's his bucket?
No, I'm addressing it to regular later. Ariane Marshall of the City Watch.
Ah, there you go. Okay. So you're sending in the report, and you've got 1 week to report your name?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Are you sending in the name?
Yes.
Send it on down.
They've been keeping this secret from
I love
me.
that.
We have a group chat that he is not in.
You guys just run by the Bard College to my dorm.
Yep.
Afraid. Regular Ariane Marshall of the City. Name call sign of patrol.
Courtesy of a lot of brainstorming amongst all of us.
Yes.
So, last campaign, they decided on the name the Sanctimonious Six.
Represent! Wait, I gotta do the hand sign. Okay.
Despite all of my warnings between campaigns of people need to want you to be helping you, they've chosen the name Helpful Adventurers Pleasantly Patronizing.
Look carefully.
Otherwise known as
Happy.
Yes! In honor of Cormier.
Oh, I noticed the acronym.
Oh, good.
In honor of Cormier, who isn't.
Aw. Okay, Happy Squad.
Yes!
Happy squad.
Happy squad.
But if we're patronizing an inn, that's a perfectly normal thing to do.
Exactly.
Turn those smiles into bloody grimaces. What?
Before I would go to sleep, I would think about my strange nighttime visitor.
Oh, God.
Next time, wait until a girl
Alright, John.
swallows first.
You're
no
on.
spit takes here,
The
please.
gentleman caller.
Yeah, see, Devin's consenting to it, too.
How would you attempt to contact your patient?
Nighttime visitor.
Apologies. How would you approach contacting your nighttime visitor?
The nighttime visitor does the contacting.
I feel like you're unconscious.
How would I go? I would think about the dream that I had, and then I would crawl under my bed, and I would carve the thing underneath my bed.
Ooh. It's like childhood monster
Assuming
style.
that I have like a wood frame bed. Would I?
Yeah, would you?
Okay.
Sure.
I'm just gonna carve it into that.
It would not be. Well. Roll me just a straight D100 real quick.
Yeah.
Wood is extraordinarily expensive.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
Really?
It's a
There's no
1.
forest cereal.
Oh, that's
A 1?
yeah.
Okay, yeah. You've got a really nice.
Swanky.
Yes, Mom. Thank you.
The swankiest.
The headboard has actually beautiful carvings on it of vistas that kind of awaken almost a childhood memory that you can't quite grasp. It just feels a little bit familiar that your mother tells you was carved by your father.
Aww. That's sad.
And destroy.
Seriously.
Kitten mode.
Oh,
You pray to your nighttime visitor and suddenly... Alright. Roll me
Uh-oh.
a charisma check.
No. No.
Warlocking it.
Ooh.
Story time.
Non-natural 20.
Nice.
Okay.
The strength of 1,000 suns!
You stare at this large symbol that you've carved into the bottom of your bed. And you just kind of examine it, not... Similar to the swirling that was in the dream, there's not any definitive pattern to it. And your eyes just get stuck on that dot that just starts to expand and expand and expand and expand until suddenly you're just in complete darkness. You look down, you can't see your hands, you can't see anything.
Pause.
I'm sorry?
My pause.
I apologize.
Again.
Don't be racist.
I'm sorry. I apologize.
Oh god.
Devin checks his watch.
Can we take away brownie points for that? Yoink.
We deduct the experience from the DM.
All the experience is just gone.
And suddenly, the ground drops from beneath you, and you are just spinning and hurtling through space. And at just unpredictable intervals, suddenly your speed halts completely, and you start shooting in a different direction, spinning on a different axis. It is extraordinarily disorienting.
Alright.
So what are you yelling? Or calling? Or asking?
Oh. I've got questions written down.
Oh.
Okay.
What do you want from me?
We'll destroy my enemies.
Who are your enemies?
Clarification. Point of clarification. Yeah, I'm curious.
I have forgotten. But you will know them when we see them.
Oh. I like. Is my brother one of them? I get that feeling.
Are you asking that question?
I don't think you hate your brother for being distant. I like that's all I got from this story.
Your brother is an asset,
Oh.
but
No.
not an
So that's just
You should
me.
drop this guy then. Find a new patron.
Find a different Katoa.
Why do you want to help me? That's a bastard.
I'm sorry?
He was doing
Yeah, I was
that to
pointing
me.
that at her.
Sorry.
She was impugning my creativity.
Oh, sorry.
I was not.
Boats and hoes. Why do you want to help me?
You are a tool for my will.
And the spinning stops, and you slam into the bottom of, onto the floor of your room, as if you just fell from maybe 10 or 15 feet. Slam onto your back. You take 2 points of bludgeoning damage.
Chow.
No, 1 point.
Oh yeah, I have resistance to fall or damage from falling. For
She's
real,
a cat.
it's a cat thing.
That's-
1 point of bludgeoning.
The DM eye narrow.
Tonight is going to go well.
You did
Well,
that when I rolled
That's
my
how it goes when you have many
I know.
tools at your disposal.
I was going to say instrument, but I realized
This
that I had
one?
said A and forgotten to say an. And I couldn't go back. so.
instrument.
I level up at this point.
Yeah, I need. You got to pick an invocation.
Okay, well, no, that's where I'm going. You've provided me with very, very gracious gifts of power, and I'm having a difficult time choosing between two of them. One of them forces me to use something that I'm not very good with, and I was wondering if maybe we could switch it to something else. I'm really good at talking.
You are. As you lay there on the floor of your room underneath your bed, talking to the bottom of your bed.
I'm really good at talking.
The blackness has faded, and there is no response. Looks like you got your 3 questions.
Aww.
Aww. Shoot, girl.
The nature of your patron is not entirely known to you. You accepted the deal rather quickly
I did.
before you could learn any
That's
details.
okay.
So
It's a genie.
it's going to be trial and error.
Okay.
So you got your 3 questions. So you got to pick an invocation as it is.
I think I'm going to take the one that gives me false life then.
Ooh.
Elmania.
Yeah.
You stumble home late from
Final speak.
not finals.
Midterms?
Yeah.
Gross. They're
You
worse.
stumble home after a long day of midterms. Your fingertips are raw
Ouch.
from playing. You're pretty sure some of the written assignments that you turned in have small smears of blood here and there that you were just like, ouch. And you collapse into bed. Okay.
Yeah.
So you guys take a long rest.
Yes.
You will need to spend a week to gain the benefits of your new level. What would you like to do? I'm sorry, there are some conversations that should probably happen immediately.
Yeah.
Real quick, Cora, roll a d8 for me. Reroll an 8.
Hey, recovery.
5.
Your ear's back.
What?
Whoa!
You have 2 full
I thought it
ears.
was rather rakish. It was cool.
As you reach up your
Cat thing.
right paw to kind of check it, you realize that all of the claws in that paw are gone.
Whoa! He's losing different body parts.
You've basically
Yeah.
just got a...
Aw.
Yeah,
I'm a declawed
You
cat.
declawed the kitty!
just the one paw.
Oh. That's
Okay.
That's a whole first.
Talia, do you live with your
Yes.
parents and your siblings?
I do.
Okay, except for the one who's married.
Yeah. And the one who went to Westchester and never came back.
Right.
Oh god.
God, your family's a mess.
So,
So
Is that the
I
one you're
would
looking
wake
for?
up early in the morning. I would wake up early. And we have one room where basically my whole family is. Except Mother has her own special spot where Cormier was when we dropped him off there last night.
Right. In kind of the workshop part
Yeah.
of the house. Yeah.
So I would just go down to the kitchen, which is on the main level, and I'll make 2 cups of ginger tea.
Okay.
And I'm going to go find Mother. She's probably in her surgery.
D100.
What? Yeah. 7.
7. Okay. You do indeed find Ginger. Many things have been running low in the last year, but apparently your mom keeps quite a store of ginger.
It's her favorite. She
Okay.
likes it.
Okay, you make 2 cups of ginger tea.
And I'll go up to the surgery, consulting room, where
Okay.
she usually is.
Okay.
With my head in.
I forgot his name because I was trying to call him this one. Cormier.
Your mother's an herbalist surgeon?
It's
called
it's
the
an English
surgery.
term.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Medicine room.
What's English?
It's a
What's
common
English?
term.
You're unconscious.
English, awesome. Cormier is, in fact, unconscious.
Okay.
A variety of rags have been kind of laid on his head, his neck. His sleeves have just kind of been pulled up, and there's cool compresses on his arms. Are you proficient in medicine?
No.
Okay.
I was my father's student, not my
Yep.
mother's.
Okay. And your mother is...
His body temperature is falling.
Your mother has just kind of closed the window, and she's holding what looks like a bowl of water that she just pulled in from a ledge outside. And she drops a couple of rags in it, and she goes, "Oh, Talia."
You've been up all night. Here's
Yes,
tea.
thank you.
You're welcome.
And she just kind of sits down on a stool and just kind of curls around it. How was the rest of your patrol?
Interesting. Is he going to be all right?
Yes.
Okay.
I will tell you about him in a moment. You have something on your mind. Would you usually drink with me?
No.
Tea.
I know.
Shut up.
Mother, I did something awful last night.
What was that?
I killed someone. I killed a person. I didn't mean to.
Well,
And-
Talia, what did you expect?
Well, I think he was going to kill us.
All right.
I couldn't sleep very well. It really bothers me, Mother. I'm afraid.
It should bother you. You killed someone.
What do I do?
You do what I've always asked you to do and learn medicine instead of learning whatever that Kalfir is teaching you.
But
Repent. Repent.
you're not here. You're unconscious.
Well, he's here, technically.
He's taking it there.
But, Mother, you know I'm not any good at that. Do you think I should stop?
Of course. Dear, I'm a healer. Of course I think you should stop.
But what if magic could do good in the world, Mother? What if there's good things to be done?
I'm sure it could, but the first time you tried it out, you killed somebody.
In fact,
Medicine
magic
or magic.
killed a lot of people last night.
Medicine
or at least knocked them
magic both require discipline. You could stay home. You could learn medicine, and the worst that you could do is fail to save someone. But if you continue this path, then make sure that what you're doing with magic is helping.
Mother, I know that Kelfir has always rubbed you the wrong way. Can you tell me why?
If you could see yourself when he's around, you would understand.
I do understand some.
Your eyes never leave the ground. You don't speak. You've told me he doesn't hurt you, but...
No, he doesn't. Of course not. He never would.
And what on earth does he do that cows you so? then I can't help you much. This is a path that I can't help you with.
I know. I wish I was good at herbs like Elville, but I'm not. Just kind of walk over and... Is there room on the edge of the cot where Cormier is to just, like, perch?
No.
I just...
It's a cot for a small half-elf. Well, it's a large half-elf family, but half-elves are not large. But that elf is huge. You could sit on him.
You wouldn't feel it.
I just, like, fuss with the bandages on his head.
Okay.
I'm supposed to go have a lesson today.
Right.
Mother, the power that he has to change the world. That he can teach me that. And it could change the world.
Yes, well, power is neutral. And I do not trust what he does with it.
I can't say why. Thank you, Mother. I just kind of, like, pretend not to grimace and drink the rest of my tea.
Okay. She smiles a little bit. Your friend.
Yes. Well, I think...
He has some sort of sickness. What did you say happened?
Well, the person that I killed, we were down in this basement. There was a basement under a house that had a hole in the floor. We went down there. Cora went down first. She's fast like that. We went down, and there were these, like, abominations of arms and legs that crawled out and attacked us. And we killed those just fine, but then this man, and he was speaking in Draconic, he comes around the tunnel and says, "Blood for the blood god," and he comes towards us with this dagger dripping blood, and I shot a firebolt at him and it killed him, but then Cormier ran into the room and I was so stunned I just stood there. I don't know exactly what he did, but Mrs. Mayweather said he was messing with an altar or something inside the room.
Sorry, an altar?
Yes.
Why was there an altar down there?
I don't know, but this man, he must have been one of the blood cultists that they've been talking about in the city.
Nothing bit him, nothing... Are you sure that the man didn't get him with the knife? Do you have the knife?
Mrs. Mayweather may have it. I don't. He might have picked it up, actually. I start, like, rustling through Cormier's pockets.
Non-consensual, madam.
You were unconscious.
He does not
That
have
does
the knife.
not mean yes.
Good one, my friend.
Lesson learned, children.
Don't roll your eyes at the camera.
Where else am I going to roll my eyes at?
Good point.
No, I don't.
respond.
I don't think the man hit him, and I don't think that he didn't get bitten by the rats. Lyra got bitten by the rats.
Well, I don't know what he has. But I've given him ash bark.
Okay.
It was the last of what I had. He should be up in a few hours. He will be capable and non-contagious for a week.
Non-contagious?
Yes.
What sort of thing does he have, Mother?
I don't know. Whatever it is, he should not be contagious for a week, and he will be able to do whatever it is you do on your patrols. But I will have to report it, and we will need to do something about it before a week is up.
Okay.
I have a list of things that could work. I do not have any of them,
Okay.
and with the winter months on us and many sicknesses already plaguing the city, these will be very expensive. But if you can find a source to harvest yourself or find the money to purchase some,
What do you need?
otherwise he will need to be quarantined very soon.
Oh, dear.
With no knowledge of what this is, he will likely die.
That's not good.
So, you're looking for one of 4.
Okay.
You hit an altar, man. The god doesn't have all that many altars. She's paying attention.
Apparently that makes me contagious. It's radiation.
Devil's Blood Flower. I did not create any of these. It's from a thing called the Plant Compendium.
I know what it is.
I was talking about people who might want to sue me.
Okay.
Watch out.
Devil's
for
Blood
lawyers.
Flower, which you can find deep underground in caves or swamps. It's extraordinarily rare.
Okay.
Lungwort, which can be found near rivers. This time of year it might be very difficult to spot because it won't have leaves. But when it has leaves, they are very broad and they're covered with dark spots. Either of those should either cure it outright or at least give the body enough of a chance to fight it off itself. Orach, O-R-A-C-H. Whitish stalk, pale green leaves, goes about 3 or 4 feet high. Greenish white flowers. Typically found in plains. That's plains with an eye. Lungwort, I don't know if I said this, you can find it near rivers.
You did say that.
Okay, good. And Stone Stream.
Stone Stream?
Yes, typically only found in the Arctic or at very high mountains.
Well, none of these things are nearby.
There's a river under us.
There is a river under you. There are also caves and tunnels and
That's true.
caverns underneath the city. And they're not dangerous at all.
Of course not.
Stone Stream is a
life
type of lichen that produces a clear syrupy liquid.
Thanks.
Which one is it? There it is. The Orach would probably be the least useful because it would take 6 weeks to prepare anyway.
Okay. Least useful.
I mean, you could quarantine him for 5 weeks.
Hope he doesn't drop dead.
What?
6 weeks.
I gave
and
you
you've
4
already given me
options.
a week to live. Why would she even mention this?
Because maybe you find... I mean, or you could get more ash bark, which will delay the disease longer. Ash bark, you're going to need an ash tree. I forgot to explain this earlier. The reason wood is so expensive, you're a very large city, very densely populated. The nearest forest is days and days away, and you guys know all about my wilderness rules.
Travel is so safe and so easy.
It's
to do.
delightful.
Never
The road
lived monster in this
system,
game?
fabulous.
Most wood that Anashur had access to came from the Combine.
Okay.
So the Combine shipped across land to Comorin, to West Ashur, and then across the sea.
Okay.
So even in good times, it's actually fairly expensive. But right now, it's worth its weight in gold.
Mother, do you know of any other herbalists in town where we might find some of these things? I'll do the legwork.
You could certainly try, but I doubt it. You could... It's unlikely. But you could try the Dragonborn herbs.
Pretty out.
They creep everyone out. The Dragonborn.
Can't help but wonder, because this person spoke in Gebrecan. Alright, well, you give me a list. I will see if I have time. Maybe before I go to my lesson, I will go and see if I can find any of this. Thank you, Mother.
Of course.
Do you want the rest of my tea?
Sure. She holds out her cup.
Pardon?
Just pour it in. Okay. You want to head out and see if you can find any of these things?
Yep.
Go ahead and just roll an investigation check with
First,
disadvantage.
I would like to go downstairs and talk to Papa and see if he could give me some wages from last week.
Papa's gone at this point.
Darn it. Okay.
Saren?
Sort it.
Soren, thank you.
Like the philosopher.
Kierkegaard.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Disadvantage, you say.
Disadvantage.
But I'm very charming.
Sure.
Look at that face. Oh, Lord. No.
Real investigation, hang on, it's a number, is going to be a 7.
Nobody seems to have it.
Fine.
One guy sarcastically offered it to you for 500 gold.
Oh, great.
You're not sure if he was serious.
Don't punch him in the face. I would like to look also as I go around for Tobias, if he's around, because he has underground connections. I haven't seen him for a while.
Tobias in a long time. If he was around, he would be way down in the docks, and you do not have time before your lessons for the day.
Okay. I'll just head to Kelfier's then.
Okay. Cormir,
You be dead.
I've been betrayed.
you wake up in a strange house, and something is deeply confusing. Something is just wrong.
Okay.
Takes you a few minutes before you realize it's because you're not drunk. Shortly after this revelation, a tall elf woman walks into the room. If you'd like to describe your mother.
She's very lovely. She has very long red hair that she just wears down in a braid down her back. She has soft gray eyes. She's very gentle, very sweet. She's just dressed in like a simple, mossy colored gown. Very simple, very lovely, very sweet.
As I lay there in bed with my blonde hair.
Oh no.
No.
Oh,
No.
Don't you be touching my mother, man.
Rolled.
oh,
Leave me alone.
God.
You're awake.
I am.
Babish is back, baby.
How do you
Kinda-
feel?
Sit up to the edge
This
of
is
the
why we
bed.
don't have parents in the
Parents are terrible. Don't
I
have
thought I
parents.
had until spring, man.
Oh,
Kind
no.
of dirty. Is there a bath around here?
Oh, God.
I mean, yes, but I usually reserve it for some of the more injured.
Well, that's fair enough.
If you feel well enough to make it to your own home, I do have patience.
You know, I do feel well enough for one thing.
God.
Pat the bed next to me.
Oh, if you're patting the bed, she doesn't need to roll insight.
No. She is deeply in love with my father, by the way.
She
How
looks.
does he
She
know
looks
that?
up at your hair and goes,
Yeah.
Redhead. You know what they say.
"Yes, get out."
Okay. Gather up my stuff. Start making my way downstairs.
Mhm.
What do I see?
No. Do you got any sisters?
Or brothers.
Or
Oh,
brothers.
your brother? I have
Discriminate.
one of each at home. So,
Oh, God.
how old? Brennis is 12.
Nope.
She is very stocky. Always has a scowl on her face. Always looks like she's ready to punch someone in the face.
Nice.
I feel like these details were not in the description that you gave me.
Now they are.
They are in there.
Okay, all right.
Not the stocky part. And then Barrett is my little brother. He's, did I say 6?
Beretta?
No. Named after a good. Barrett. He's 6, and he's just a little chubby-cheeked kid who's just running around.
What are they doing?
snatching. Well, Barrett is, like, trying to pull charcoal out of the fire while Brennis is telling him to stop being an idiot.
Is this like breakfast time?
No, it's probably later than that by now, wouldn't it be? 'Cause I already left.
Kelfier starts his lessons early.
Okay, yeah, probably around
So, yeah,
breakfast
probably
time.
around
Yeah,
breakfast.
So there's a table.
yeah, there is a table.
There's food.
Oh, no.
Not yet.
No,
But there's a table.
there's a table.
Is it? It's
Actually, the table is upstairs.
Brennis?
Brennis.
Brennis?
Yeah.
The elder sister, and by elder I mean
The 12-year-old.
older than the 6-year-old, is currently making food while kind of yelling over her shoulder at Barrett to stop trying to pull burning logs out of the fire.
Smart girl.
I'm going to go help him pull burning logs out of the fire.
And he burns the
I'm gonna
house
show him
down.
the best techniques for it, too.
And what are the best techniques?
Well, I work as a smith, so I feel like nice quick grabs with mage hand is probably going to be the best way to do it.
Okay. So you have a mage hand with a burning stick of wood.
Oh, no, I'm not holding it. I'm just pulling it out of the fire.
You're putting it on the ground.
And handing it
So
to
you
the
just
child.
pulled it out onto the floor.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is this
This is how you do it.
floor is this? Is this a wooden floor?
He's gonna burn your
It's
house
probably
down.
Barrett goes,
This is what you wanted, isn't
Oh,
it?
God.
Oh,
reaches
no.
in, grabs one, and just kind of
Oh,
pulls it
no.
out.
If he does it fast enough.
Takes 1 point of burning damage.
Oh.
See,
Poor
you really
little
got to be
man.
faster. Now, I'm going to show you one more time. And reach in and grab one.
You in trouble
And he goes
now,
running up the
boy.
stairs.
So I'll try to look at whatever
There
her she
are now
is.
2 burning logs on the floor.
Oh, man. So were you making breakfast with these?
Could you put those back?
But why?
Because it's cold in here.
Yeah, but they're still on fire.
Yes, but the how? Do you live in a house?
Is that what this is? I thought this was like a surgery or something.
Mom!
Why does everyone keep shouting for Mom?
Give me a second, dear.
Oh, no. Oh. You're invoking the wrath of a mother. That's never a good thing.
Okay, so I'm not inviting Cormier to Thanksgiving.
Good plan.
Or are you?
Nobody gives thanks for anything.
Wow. This is depressing. We've only just begun because it gets worse.
Exactly. You beat me there.
Brennis continues to make food, and you hear footsteps coming down the stairs.
I mage hand one log and I pick up the other one. Look!
Just gonna be nonplussed.
You take 4 points of burning damage, fire damage.
Okay.
And the mage hand disappears.
Ow! Ow!
And
toss one that I have in my hand back into the fireplace.
okay, you toss it back into the fireplace. The one that the mage hand was holding falls to the floor.
Look, it's on fire. She said it was important that the house is warm.
Okay. I need you to get out. Busy day. We have chores to do. I'm sure you have more important things to be doing.
Busy day, huh? You know, I could help.
You really couldn't.
But I could.
Okay, look.
I'm very helpful.
You can leave, or
Like
I can
a
call the
puppy.
city watch, and you can be...
I'm part of the City Watch. Can I help you?
You're not.
Yeah, I am.
He's like a puppy.
We do patrols.
Brennis, I'll take breakfast. Why don't you go find a watchman?
Oh, okay. I'm right here.
Please say that
Brennis
Brennis would have
starts-
punched him by now.
Brennis starts
I
to
love
pack
it.
on layers, put on heavy boots, and starts stumping out the door.
Where's she going?
Right. While you wait to be thrown out of my home, if you would come over here and please watch that.
Oh, okay.
Are you going to actually help her cook?
Yeah.
or- Okay.
I come over and watch that.
She just pointed to a pan that is on the stove that appears to be
Oh, I watch it.
kind of okay.
That's all he does.
About 10 minutes go by. 15 minutes. Breakfast is ready.
Like, I'm hunched over that thing, just staring at it the whole time.
Great. It burns. She was going to give you a bowl.
Oh,
Now she gives you a bowl of the burnt stuff.
okay.
Says, look, give this to Talia when you get... Oh, perfect. And you see a large half-orc.
Are you hungry?
He's so sweet. He's like a dog.
I wrote down winters equals somber, spring equals very literal and very flirty.
He was once Eeyore, now he's a dog.
Actually, you don't recognize him,
Oh, okay.
but he appears to recognize you.
Oh god.
What's his name?
Let's go drinking.
As he walks in the door
Hi.
and just kind of stops when he sees you and goes, "Oh, perfect.
Oh,
All right, you're coming with us."
okay.
As you're meanwhile
You walking
deathly
out?
ill.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm trying to offer him food, though.
Okay.
Burnt food.
Thanks.
Okay. You're welcome.
And just kind of flips the bowl onto you. Just the contents just splash across your chest.
Oh, not hungry?
Looks over at Lilane. Ma'am. And just kind of sets it down on the floor, grabs your shoulder, and kind of drags you out.
Bye.
You go backwards out of the door going, bye. You're dragged out into the cold morning.
Can we keep him?
Spun around.
I think we're stuck with him.
Oh, man, nobody else wants it.
It's okay, I'll probably die to this happen.
Does a 15 hit your armor class?
No, it doesn't.
Okay. You, with your newfound springy sprightness. Or is it summer?
No.
Okay. Turn, right? You kind of turn, you're spun around, and you just dodge a half-orc fist that goes straight past your face.
Wow, you're slow. I'm going to try and hit him now.
Okay, roll an attack.
No.
That's better.
A crit.
With what?
My fist.
Okay. So you do...
4 plus something.
D4 plus
no,
strength.
because you are not proficient in
Smack
Fist.
fist.
Smacky Fist, so you do...
Strength
It's just a
mod.
D4 minus.
It's just
sorry,
his
half-
strength. It's
yeah,
just
two.
his strength.
I think it's just
D4
a
plus
D2.
strength.
D4 is if you know how to use fists. It's a
fist.
D2.
Okay.
Yeah, you're not proficient in unarmed.
So it's 2.
Okay, so it's 2 plus 2, so 4, plus, what's your strength mod?
Okay, now I'm really confused. If I'm not proficient, why am I adding 2?
Because it was a crit.
Because it was a crit.
Oh, okay.
So you do max damage
Two.
Yeah.
plus the dice.
So it's 6.
So 6 points of damage.
It ain't
You
bad.
slam right into his face, and he kind of stumbles back, but at the same moment, something cracks into the back of your head, and one of the other 3 guardsmen there has just slammed you in the back of the head with a spear, and you take 5 points of damage.
Oh man, so we're getting brain injuries on top of whatever he's already dealing
Traumatic
with.
brain
Okay.
injuries. He already has personality issues.
Are you still up?
Yeah, I guess.
We've got a Phineas Gage thing going on here.
Yeah.
The half-orc kind of picks himself back off the ground and goes, No. Been waiting for this for a year. He's going to take a swing.
Is he waiting for
Is this
spring?
Down. I remember you.
Don't.
Why wouldn't I?
Because you won 3 drinking contests and then kept competing.
Yeah, I went through drinking.
I'll get right on it.
He hits you, but it just, you smack it to the side and it glances off your shoulder, no damage.
Okay. Why are you hitting me? I thought we were friends. I gave you food.
That you're now
Is
wearing.
this a proposition? I know that the orcs do things a little bit differently, but okay.
Are you doing anything other than that?
Like the dodge.
Oh, disadvantage.
Roll to seduce. Come on.
Can I have your natural 20 die real quick?
Sure. Does it only work for me?
Does a 16 hit your armor class? It does not.
It only
Okay.
works for me.
You're upsetting commentary as you're dodging.
Yeah,
But
pretty
it's
much.
gonna
Fists
curse
flying past your face. Are you just going to keep standing there and mocking?
I mean, yeah.
Come on.
There's not really
let him
anything
roll
else
to
going
seduce
on.
the man. That could have worked.
He misses again.
Oh, okay.
Are you just going to stand here until they beat you into the ground?
I'm just wondering if he's propositioning me.
He's really not.
Oh.
But
You get that
he could
sense.
be.
Oh. Man, this is kind of boring. Can we go now?
This is statistically unlikely.
It only works for me, man.
Yeah. Oh, you can have that one back.
Thank you.
Okay. Eventually he tires himself out, and the other 3 just kind of drag you off through the streets. Are you resisting arrest?
No, I'm literally walking with them.
Okay. Cool. You're thrown in the
The brig.
Not a drunk tank, but you are
As long as it's
kept
quarantined.
for a while.
Who else is in here?
Oh no!
Nobody.
Oh,
Oh dang!
For the sake of Beth, who has not gotten to do anything yet,
I can't call
there's
the guards.
nobody there, and you are fined 10 silver.
Okay. I can't call the guards.
So go ahead and mark that off. He takes 1 swing at Okay. Over the course of the week, you guys hone your skills, practice your newfound abilities. Yes.
Does Beggar's Day roll around?
It does.
Yeah.
I think I said that was in 3 days?
Yep.
Last time? Yeah. So Beggar's Day rolls around. You have your family
dinner.
Family dinner.
All the boys don't come, just my sons come. So.
Oh.
All these grandsons don't necessarily come to every week because they're busy.
Oh, you didn't specifically request just the sons this time?
Yeah, it's just whoever drops in. Sometimes they're busy, I accept that.
Okay.
The sons have to show up every week.
Okay. Roll a d10.
Or
10,
else.
Or else.
Mama gets mad.
My boys have to show up. Or they in trouble. A 9.
9? Okay. An unusually large proportion of the grandkids show up this time.
Yes, my boys.
Rough age range?
They range in age all the way because there's 11 of them. And Theodosia's coming, I hope, as well.
Yep, she's there.
They range in age all the way from halfling, she's the youngest, so she's a halfling teenager, to whatever halfling middle age would be.
Okay, but she's the youngest.
She's the youngest.
Okay,
the only girl.
So they're all there. Theodosia comes early to help you prepare and get everything ready.
I make it potluck style, so they have to bring something.
Okay.
So all their wives have to cook for them, or they have to cook and they have to bring something.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I like it.
Because that's a lot of people right there.
Yeah.
That's me cooking for like 15 or more
It
every
is.
every
It
week.
only works because you have an unusually large house for this district.
Yes. So they all line up at my table, and I ask Junior, so, give me the updates.
Yeah, Ma, everything's going well.
Really? Your shipping on the sea so limited? What about contacts?
We still haven't got any contacts across the sea, but things in the neighborhood are going well.
What about transport? You gotta get that up and moving again. You know this, boy.
Look, Ma, what do you want me to do? There's a new moon in the sky.
I hear there's someone who knows the way, who can navigate.
Do you know his name?
Haven't heard. It's only the rumor on the street. That's your job, Junior.
Yeah. Ma, we're spreading that rumor.
That's my boy.
Drives up demand. It's been helping with our prices in the dock district.
Good boy. Hey,
I haven't
Benji.
picked an accent for him.
That's
I'm
okay.
testing
That's
a few
because
out.
I'm still testing mine, people. I poshed it up. Maybe I'll keep it posh.
Very posh.
Exactly. All right, Benji, how's it going on your end?
Not good.
Do tell.
Well, hegemony's cracking down on goods coming from the Northern Alliance. Snows aren't helping this year.
You probably should have expected that, right, Benji?
Yeah, but something's supercharged in this year.
Really?
I don't know, the patrols have... He's playing with his food on his plate. It's just like... There's both frustration
Eyes down,
with
boy.
what he's telling you, but he's also not making eye contact. It's...
Oh, I know. Benji's always been the shy one.
Look, ordinarily we can slip past most of them, we lose a few, but I don't know, they just know where we're coming ahead of time.
Junior, anything on that? Any word? Why that is happening? You've been coordinating, you've been talking to each other like I told you to.
Look, Ma, I've been working on the harbor district. It's been difficult to find time. I'm sorry, we'll communicate better.
Lyle, what have you been up to, dearie?
Lyle is currently telling a joke
I
to
would be.
some of the younger.
Probably the blue variety.
You hear the last bit of it right before all of the grandchildren erupt into laughter. Hey, how many Mayweathers did it take to push a guy down the stairs? None, he just slipped. They all
Lyle,
break into laughter.
Lyle, darling. Lyle.
Yeah, Ma.
What did I tell you about trying to move up the world, right?
Said, listen to Junior, Ma, but it's not working. That's not you can see. I mean, Benji's not doing his job, and you know.
Lyle, darling, come on.
Look, there are better tactics for this.
We're not thugs.
But maybe we should be. The sneaking isn't working. The Dragonborn are getting stronger. We need to meet that, Ma.
Darling.
Neither Benji nor Junior are looking at this interaction. They are studiously looking elsewhere.
Junior, darling.
Yeah, Ma.
Been listening to your younger brother?
No?
Maybe you should.
Ma, we've had... Lyle, go wait outside. Are you contravening his order?
Go ahead, darling.
Just kind of gets up, shoves the table, and walks into a different room. Ma, we've been having this conversation forever. You can't be serious.
Times are changing. You want to take a more hard line? What do you think?
You want me to turn Lyle loose?
Keep him in your back pocket. But don't rule it out. We don't rule anything.
Alright, I can start spreading rumors. If he gets out, he's going to be hard to put back in.
You know that. Just remember, you can be an asset.
Be an ass, that's for sure.
That too.
Alright, Mom, we'll see if I can fit him in somehow.
By the way, did you get my note?
I did. What were you doing snooping around Sam Vilhelm's stuff? Benji smacks him. Just kind of real hard on the shoulder. He says, how did you come across Sam Vilhelm's stuff?
Well, just by chance. You know I'm part of the City Watch now. Clerical error, they called it.
I didn't... We can get you... Shit, Benji. You were supposed to be monitoring this. And he goes, look, my runner didn't tell me anything. It's like, Ma, we can get you off of that.
I'm so sorry. I wanted off of it, darling. Clerical error. Put me on.
You want to... You know your patrol's not City Watch, right?
Mm-hmm. But it gets me
You want to be
places.
on the City Watch.
What?
No, patrol gets me places that I never expected to be.
Alright, look. I'll get Carrie on the patrol, and he can...
It's fine, I'll keep it. I'll keep it.
Ma, those patrols are dangerous.
Don't I know it? Who's been in this business a great deal longer than you, boy?
Look, Ma, I know you and Dad built it, but look, I'm trying.
Yeah, I know you're trying. You try and you try. You keep on trying.
Kind of pushes his plate away from him. Alright, Ma, what do you want?
So, by chance, I happen to end up in a warehouse. Can I give him the address? Or where it was?
Yeah, you can describe the spot, yeah.
The spot where it was. Looks like, Samuelheim was, moving something. Big crates. Stuff
Yeah.
I sent you.
I wanted to ask, it was just dirt.
Really? What a tingle to it. You sure you sent it to the best people?
Yeah, I did it all in-house.
Really? You check it magically?
Look,
Check it in every way?
Graber's been all over it, Ma. I've had 3 other people look at it, and he wasn't too happy about that. He's starting to think we don't trust him anymore. There's nothing weird about it.
Then why would a new council member be shifting around big crates of dirt? What's the point?
He just kind of fiddles his hand at Benji. Is just like,
Look into it. Look into it closer.
Yeah.
We're trying to hide it.
yeah, Ma,
People
we'll look.
fixing up these crates.
We'll look.
They keep it on the down low. Anything a new council member is keeping on the down low, do you know what that is? That's leverage. Leverage on a incorruptible
All right,
council
Ma,
member.
We'll look into it.
Man like that got his own warehouse, got his own workers. You know it is.
Look into it.
Bring Lyle back in here, this dessert.
I feel like I'm watching like Castle in the Sky with like, the sky pirates who are led by their mom, and it's like the mom and then like all of the little boys who are following after her.
Since one of the grandchildren in Lyle comes back and sits down in his seat, yeah. Benji just kind of slams him in the side of the head.
Boys,
and he just
boys. Come now, that's no way to treat your brother.
Yeah, Ma.
Lyle, we've got your favor. The dessert. We've got violet pudding. It's ready. Theodosia, darling, go and serve it, please.
Lyle jumps up and sprints into the next room ahead.
He would.
You can hear Theodosia kind of scolding him. You hear like a... Anything else you wanted to do during your weekly dinner?
No, not particularly. We'll just keep berating the grandsons.
Yeah. They leave. As usual, heads down, tails tucked between their legs.
Aww.
That's how I like them.
Alrighty. Now can I fast forward a week?
Yeah, fast forward a week.
I would have asked Kelfir about the herbs too, by the way, just anybody I could think of.
It's not terribly interested.
Can I
I
have,
didn't think he would be.
during my week, my sister dragged me to the Dragonborn Embassy, because that's what she likes to do.
Sure.
And I want to know if there's any kind of news or rumors that I pick up while I'm there.
Okay. Roll a perception check.
Yes.
It's a high DC. The Dragonborn aren't very talkative.
Yeah. That's a 19.
A 19?
Yeah. And just anything that they're chatting about, anything interesting.
Jess is like, damn it. Yay!
I just have to remember where I named all of the Dragonborn Islands. You hear a name. And it's starting to dip. It's the pillar of something. I don't remember where those notes are.
Okay.
I think it's in my Westisher binder.
And that's an island name?
Um,
or that...
you would recognize it as one of the... It's one of the smaller islands, but it's still worrisome that one of them is starting to dip. The Dragonborn still don't quite know why those islands float, but one of them seems to be losing its power.
Interesting.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Beth. All right, but you'll have 2 hours next week, because apparently the time is
Daylight
changing
savings
here.
is the thing.
All right, thank you, Beth.
We love you.
Bye, Beth.
Bye-bye.
Curses.
Sorry.
Sorry. All good
Beth.
things. All good things. So,
Interesting. Okay.
a week goes by. You guys do all of your things.
I'm contagious now. Gimme, gimme.
You're about a day away
Oh, God.
from being contagious.
I mean, I would have asked
And
everybody
you're
I
starting
could think
to die.
Did you
of.
ask
I can
me?
get another roll.
Did you ask me?
You can have another roll.
Okay.
Did she ask us?
I asked everybody I could think of at this
Okay.
point.
Because I have connections in the
would've
embassy, and
done
if she was looking
still-
about that.
Okay.
Is it still with disadvantage?
I have connections in the embassy.
It is
so.
still
I feel
with
like we should
disadvantage
ask them.
as you go around to different herbalists
I mean,
and
if I just
merchants
go
and try to
any
talk to
herbs.
them.
Oh,
I would also ask
Yeah,
the
baby.
library.
The
The taste
Yeah,
Library doesn't
baby.
know much. It's not really what library does.
Oh, Lord.
That's a 9.
A 9? Is that
Mhm.
what you rolled last time, too?
No, I rolled
Rolled
a 7
7.
last time.
Oh.
It's too
It's
better.
better.
It's better.
Just roll like 7 more times and you're
Yeah.
set.
That's the Talia.
You do not
I
find
know.
any.
It's been failing you.
You're going to try and obtain
If
some?
she asked me, yeah.
So are you alerting the group?
Mm-hmm.
How would you go about obtaining any?
So, I would send out a note through the Suns saying I need something very particular, and since that's the business, I would say first thing you get your hands on comes to me directly, out of those options.
Okay.
I assume medical supplies are in high demand.
They are.
Yeah.
They are. You could spend your family capital, a family capital point, to obtain another week of Ashbark.
Did you need a week of it?
Yeah.
Not one of the cures.
Not one of the cures. The cures nobody seems to be able to get hold of.
Even down, sending in runners down by the river, looking for that special stuff, the river
lungwort?
stuff. Lungwort.
You don't have the pull to order something like that. I mean, you do, but it's going to cost you a family capital.
I'd rather spend it on somebody trying to find lungwort the cure.
Okay. Yeah. Do you want to spend it on that? Okay. Go ahead and roll a D100.
What if one of the other, like, what if I try and find the bark?
Then you're
going to have bark.
So ash bark, you're not going to find outside of a forest.
Not ash bark. What's the one that like just holds him over for another week?
I'm sorry, that's ash bark.
Oh,
yeah.
No. I mean, if everybody on if everybody in the party gets to just roll to try and find it, then it's, unless the DC is like 28, then it kind of ruins that.
So I rolled 2.
You could. Do you happen to remember the higher roll of what you rolled?
It was a 5. So it would have been 10.
Okay. 10 still won't make it. So I will say you can give her advantage, which would cancel out the disadvantage. So it would give you the higher roll, but that's still only a 10, so you still do not find an ash bark.
So remind me for D100, I picked the 100 slot, and then I picked the 10s.
Well, so you actually have a 100 dice, so that's just the 10s.
Cool.
And then you roll the other.
55.
55 does not obtain any lungwort.
Does they obtain anything else?
They were looking for lungwort. Okay, so you spent your family capital
can't
point.
use the ash bark on it. I mean, can't use it on
No, you chose the lungwort.
All right.
However, which one of you lives closest? Talia. Actually, Almania, we didn't actually get where you live.
Yeah, we did.
How close to the Snowdrop Inn would you live?
Oh, it's a good question.
Practically in it.
Yeah, I live there. I feel like my family probably lives. They have a bit of pull. I feel like they live somewhere. Like, I don't know. I imagine the Snowdrop as not being like, it's not like a dive bar, really.
Oh no, it's a good bar.
Yeah, it's fairly decent. So I feel like I wouldn't live too terribly far from it because it's in like an okayish neighborhood. So I'd probably live in a fairly decent to upper neighborhood.
At some point, you return home. Do you live alone, or are you living with your family?
I live with my family until I finish up with the college.
So your mother hands you a letter.
Ooh, okay.
That is beautifully sealed with this rich red wax with this very simple seal of just a pike head.
Okay.
She just says, sorry. This came for you in the mail.
Excellent. Thank you, dude. Who brought it?
Delivered by the regulator himself.
Uh-oh.
You in trouble? Fine.
Thanks.
Are you in trouble?
I don't think so. I just got out of classes and, I've been doing really well, so I can't think of why I would be in trouble. Oh, shit. Mom, I think I did something wrong. I think I was supposed to be on guard duty, but I was tired because I finished midterms, and I kind of went to bed.
You skipped patrol duty.
I did, and I didn't mean to. I really didn't. I promise. I forgot. I was in the library and I crashed.
This is disappointing.
I know. I'm sorry.
Open the letter. What does it say?
What does it say? I carefully unseal it and open it. What does it say?
Greetings.
Oh, is it gonna be yelled at me? Is it like a howler?
No.
Greetings!
It is with deepest gratitude and utmost respect that I send you this letter of greetings and thanks. I understand from the events of these beautiful nights we have had of late that your dedicated patrol played a key part in protecting valuable assets of mine in the course of your duties, preventing them from falling into the nefarious grasp of those perfidious forces which must of necessity plague every great city.
What?
God, this is a lot of words. Okay.
The depths of my gratitude are unfathomable.
Oh, well.
And your timely warning and efforts have single-handedly allowed my house to maintain our position of respect and notability in this wondrous city of ours. Gratitude, and indeed prudence, as well, demand that I repay, at least in some small measure, the honor your service has done me in my house. Thus it is with great anticipation that I humbly invite your band of dedicated servants, nay, dare I say, heroes, and your families and close friends to join me in a dinner party in your honor. Please, delight me with your presence, regale me with the grand story of your heroic deeds, and do me the honor of accepting what meager gifts my station allows me to offer. Time, alas, is inflexible, cruelly so. Perhaps 3 nights hence would fit in with your schedule of incredible deeds. Please return your reply via this messenger, at your soonest convenience, of course. Toodles.
Toodles?
Artyom Sambalay.
Oh, crap.
Okay, hey, Mom. So, okay. So, you know, I just said that I kind of accidentally skipped the patrol. Apparently, the city thinks that I was there, and they want to invite all of us to a dinner party in our honor. But, Mom, I wasn't there. And we're supposed to regale them with tales of our great glories, and I know I could just come up with some great glories, Mom. But,
Yes, you are skilled in inventing nonsense.
yes, I know. And I know you're so proud of me for it. Thank you for that. So, apparently we've been invited.
When you face your trials, you know that will not avail you.
Yeah, I know. I think they're gonna hate it. I think they're really gonna hate it. And I know you did great in your trials.
You know the consequences of failure.
Yeah. Thanks for your undying support, Mom.
It would shame the house,
She's a
and
mom
you
like me.
would be banished and enslaved.
I know, Mom, but I thought you were, like, cool with this. Uh-huh, I know.
I understand
Sucks.
your hobby,
Yes,
but
thank you for your support. I love
perhaps a more practical craft would serve you better in avoiding enslavement.
you. I know. I'm learning. Okay, but Mom, I know that it seems
It's a
like
lot
it's
of moms happening.
A lot of moms
saying is like seeing
they have disappointed mothers.
You know, my dad said my mom wanted to be mother. Like, dang. I thought my parents were really chill. Okay.
Can we change the episode name?
Disappointed mothers.
Yeah. Okay. Mom, look, I know that it looks like I'm just playing music in the tavern and things like that, but I'm learning a lot of magic and and all sorts of spells from the college, which I think will be
magic.
which I think will be really useful in my trials. Like, I don't know, maybe you have some advice on if I could do magic in my trials and...
Focus on the magic and less on the music and inventing.
Okay. I learned a new spell this week.
Oh, crap.
What is it?
I can disguise myself and charm people. I can make them do things for me. I won't do it on you, I swear.
Gives you a
no.
cold reptilian stare.
I know, Mom. It's a bard thing, okay? Mom, it's great because if an animal is like running towards me and it wants to eat me, I can make it not.
I will inform your father that we have been invited yet again. To which place?
And I show her the note.
It is about time the new counselor reached out to us.
Yeah.
I was beginning to think him rude.
No. Oh gosh, Mom, no. I mean...
Can I be friends with this lady?
I'm sure they meant no disrespect.
Very.
Mom, I'm sure they meant no disrespect. I'm sure they've been extraordinarily busy becoming new council members, having to deal with all of the craziness.
I expect you to be prepared for this encounter.
I will go and tell all of the people in my group, and I will figure out exactly what I'm supposed to say at dinner, and I will not disappoint you, I swear.
And this time you will dress according to your station.
I look down at my dramatic coats, and I'm like, yeah, I'll do my best, and I will bring honor to us all. Okay, yeah. Since it's our whole family, does that mean Talsha and Endon and Kavani are all going to be there too?
Indeed, it would be rude of us to not present the entire clave.
You're absolutely right. Yes, we need to respect the Kalmaptalor clan so well. Great. I will go and let everybody know in case they didn't get letters for some reason. You know, I really want to make sure that we all got letters and they're prepared. Thanks, Mom. You're the best. I love you. And immediately run out the door with the letter.
Hit her with vicious mockery.
I love you. You're the best. Is the vicious.
Oh, this woman is going to be
I do love my mom, but she is a dragonborn and she grew up in the hegemony.
You've got a day
Oh gosh.
before Cormier
Becomes contagious again.
Never mind.
I'm in the drunk tank. I don't know nothing.
You were let out after a day. Boo.
Oh, okay.
It's a week later. Roll another d8 for me. Reroll an 8.
7.
Your claws are back.
Yes!
Yay! What are you missing now?
And this area right here of your shoulder, just gone. Okay. Your kind of deep gray, almost like your blue fur has changed, and there's a faint patch of rich brown with kind of tiger stripes.
Ooh. Swanky. Pretty. Very pretty.
Can I have, tried to reach out to my patron by just, digging deeper on the part under my bed?
Roll another charisma check.
Yes!
By the way, what's the counselor's name? I didn't catch it. The one who's invited us?
Artyom Samvalhain.
Samvalhain.
Another non-natural 20.
Another non-natural 20 now. Okay. What are you doing this time? Same thing?
Yes.
Under the bed?
Yeah.
Just carving it deeper?
Yes.
Okay, good. You're not manic at all.
How old is he?
It's not at all weird. Okay.
I was hoping it would be
Once again, that dot
the
just
other rich dude who I'm friends with, but
expands.
apparently.
Also, have you been marking that symbol on various buildings over the course of the week?
Yes, but it would have been, very faint
She
because
marked
I'm
it and
scared.
She felt guilty and wiped them all off.
It probably would have gotten a little deeper, the more I did it.
So you've just recarved it? I'm talking about buildings outside.
No, I'm saying, so the first one probably would have been,
Oh, I see. So each one you did was a little bit better, but it's little.
Yeah. Probably, would have gotten
Roll your
a little
charisma
bigger.
check with disadvantage.
Oh, no. A 9.
You continue to carve it into the bottom of your bed, deeper and deeper.
I'm not ashamed. I'm just afraid of getting caught.
But it never...
Yeah. Smart.
Darn.
Patrons.
Okay.
What are you guys going to do with your one day to save Cormier?
I don't know what's going on with Cormier, so I'm just running around to all of them
She's told
I
you.
told her.
She's
Okay,
trailed the
excellent.
party and been
Okay.
look, we need ash bark or one of these 4 things.
Can I go?
Oh, God!
Can I try and go and use my minuscule pole at the embassy and see if I can do anything there? See if I can get any
Use
kind
your
of
what?
my minuscule pole at the
See, that's
embassy
what I
because I'm a
thought I heard.
dragonborn.
Oh, pole!
Yes, my
I heard
pole.
pole. It's like...
My staff.
I know a 10-foot pole is standard adventuring party equipment, but
No,
minuscule
is there a
pole?
way that since I'm a dragonborn,
so
I can
sorry.
go into the embassy and see if there's any way that since I'm a dragonborn, I can get ash bark?
Would you like to try?
Charm
Yes.
somebody.
I'm not gonna charm anybody yet. Holy shit! No.
Well, you can just charm them with charisma.
That's true. I'm very.
You walk to one of the larger buildings in all of Onashir.
Mm-hmm.
Certainly one of the best well-kept, and certainly the best defended that you've seen. There are 6 very large dragonborn wearing armor. One of them rides a wyvern that occasionally lands, gets off, goes inside.
How does the wyvern look? Can I pet it?
Do you want to try to pet the wyvern?
And does it look dangerous?
You gonna die.
My
Wyverns
favorite
are
question that I've
dangerous.
asked this campaign. Do you want to pet the wyvern?
I mean,
Is that what you really want to do?
Does it look like it would bite me?
Roll a history check.
Dog bite.
That's a 9. I mean, I spent some time around the embassy.
You can go pet it.
He looks pretty
Can I go
cuddly.
pet it?
You're pretty sure you can go pet it.
Oh god, now I'm worried. And I end up with no arm.
Look at that innocent face.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you trust Joshua?
I approach the wyvern and I look at it and go, and then decide not to pet it because, killing machines.
It takes offense at your tone and whips its tail.
No.
You give the wyvern a wide berth.
I do.
I just wanted the screechies.
I know, I just want to be like, yo.
As you kind of walk towards these large, solidly built, ornate doors, made entirely out of wood in a disgusting show of ostentation.
Mm-hmm.
As you walk towards it, the door slams open, and that heavily armored dragonborn strides straight out, gives you a quick up and down, and then just pushes right past you, and you kind of get knocked out of his path.
I kind of like flick my tail, though, like, and keep going.
He keeps going, gets up on the wyvern. You are plastered with snow as its wings beat at the ground.
Okay. Great, I'm gonna walk in.
Okay, you walk in covered in snow and just dripping like head to foot. And as you walk in there, you're just in a completely bare room.
Oh, okay.
There's nothing here. There's a couple of hallways and then a staircase that goes up. Have you ever been in the embassy before?
Yes.
You would have.
Yeah.
Your parents would have had to routinely present you.
Yeah. Yep, I've been there many, 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 many times.
So you head down to kind of the one office that you know is the place where you've been presented before.
Okay.
You're standing at the door. There's no... I mean, it's beautiful wood. It's gorgeous. Oh, yeah. No markings or labels on it whatsoever.
But I know this room, because I've been here.
Yes, you know that you've been to this room.
I'm gonna knock on the door.
You knock on the door.
Great. Does anybody say anything? Is there any response?
Nope.
Okay. I'm going to knock one more time and say, coming in, and then open the door.
Okay.
Very bard.
You open the door.
Yeah.
It is an extraordinarily tidy office.
Mm-hmm.
Freakishly so.
Mm-hmm.
The desk has one single stack of papers here. One single stack of papers here.
Like not a paper out of line, just perfect like printers.
Quills and ink all around, all across the front.
I already hate this person.
I would have swooned.
And sitting behind it is a black dragonborn.
Okay.
That you have never seen before.
Okay.
Sitting there, eyes closed.
Ooh, do I wake up the angry black dragon?
I think it's usually passive.
I mean, I'm okay.
I mean, you're sitting.
Yeah.
Not laying down, just sitting there, fingers crossed, eyes closed.
Is he breathing deeply enough that I'd assume that he's asleep?
Roll a perception check.
That's 14.
But he's a dragon.
14?
Yeah.
He does not appear to be asleep.
Okay. I'm going to walk up to the desk.
Okay.
And wrap my knuckles gently on the table.
The eylids open,
Are there like two
up
sets
and
of
down,
eyelids? Mm-hmm.
and a third one that is just red kind of goes over to the side. Yes.
Hi. So my name is Almanya Kalmavdalor. You may know my family.
Yes.
Yes. So I have kind of a situation that I need a little bit of help with. If you would be so kind as to help me.
Then why are you here?
Well, because this is the office I would always come to when my parents came to present me, and so this is the office that I came to.
And have you come to present yourself?
I mean, I've been presenting myself for a very long time. But, no, I'm here on an issue of diplomacy. Who should I go and speak to?
A diplomatic incident would be this office.
Oh, excellent. Okay, so.
Please describe the offense against the hegemony.
Oh gosh, no, it hasn't happened yet. But I'm trying to keep it from happening.
There is a plan to disrespect the hegemony.
No. This is something that could possibly happen if this thing is not taken care of. So and it's trying to keep the peace in Onishur between the hegemony and the people on the council.
Describe this issue.
Okay, so, and I hold out the letter and I go, as you can see, so I have been assigned to a city patrol. It's been going great. As you can see, it's been going so well that the councilman is inviting my family and a series of other families over to their home so that we can discuss what has been going on. There is an issue, though. One of the members of our party is...
I now understand why you are a disappointment. Be succinct with your description.
Okay.
Tough crowd, man.
Excellent.
The dragon.
Yeah.
It's the gem.
She's
Great.
unfazed.
Yeah. Wow, okay. Excellent. There is someone who is going to be with me who is going to go and see the council. The only issue is that he is very ill, and I am looking for a way to heal him so that our family does not bring dishonor to this councilman, so that we may maintain a sense of peace between the members of Onishur and the hegemony. That is all I have.
Persuasion check.
Dang,
Can I have advantage because I
that
just
was awesome.
rolled
With
that out there?
advantage because you tripped a couple of
Yes.
Good
Little
dishonor.
dragonborn switches.
yes,
Yeah.
you tripped a couple of those.
Oh god.
Oh,
Is that gold one
I
cocked?
think that's cocked.
Yeah, it's kind of
Yeah.
cocked.
They were both cocked?
No, the one.
No,
was
sorry, I
cocked.
just grabbed
Oh, okay.
both of them.
So just go with the gold one die because that one was lower.
That is a 16.
Okay. What does your companion require?
He requires one of the four of these. I either need Devil's Blood
It
Flower,
was your notes.
Lungwort, Orac.
That was for the
Oh,
long
sorry.
Ask for the first one or the second one.
Either Lungwort or Devil's Blood Flower. Or Ashbark would be fine, but I'm really trying to keep this really good between the councilman, and the Ashbark won't solve the problem. It'll just kind of help it. But Devil's Blood Flower or Lungwort would be preferable so that I can keep a diplomatic incident from happening.
Smooth.
We have ash bark.
No Devil's...
The rest are inferior plants that we do not deal with.
Okay.
What a jerk.
All right.
I love this creation.
This is great. Excellent. Well then, the ashwood bark would be fantastic, and I will let the councilman know and my family know of everything you've done for me. What is your name?
You may also inform your sires.
I will.
Their debt has increased.
Oh.
Okay. Thank you. I know all I do is bring dishonor, but thank you so much for your help. I appreciate all of your help. Is there anything you'd like me to tell the councilman or my family on your behalf?
There is not.
Excellent. Well, thank you. Where can I collect the ash bark?
You eventually collect the ash bark.
Excellent.
You are
On your way out.
sent out. Yes, on your way out.
Out.
So,
I'm headed in a bundle and I just keep walking.
And I was gonna go to the dock.
it's given to you in a very small,
It's
very
not
neat,
there,
very
right?
well made wooden box.
Excellent.
No, I've seen it.
Again, this is a criminal use of an extraordinarily expensive material to keep ash bark.
I know. I'm gonna keep that box. It's gonna be great. If
It's
it
worth
sticks
a lot.
in it. Excellent. I'm
Okay.
going to go to Talia's house.
Okay. So, hold on. Cormir, you've had a week. Is there anything in particular that you would like to do?
Seduce.
Flirt with every barmaid along the way.
So I spend an overnight in the jail.
Yes.
There's gotta be someone else in there.
Come out of the jail appropriate, contrite even. I apologize for my behavior. This was clearly a mistake, and it won't happen today.
This is clearly mistaken.
I'm so sorry. That will not happen again.
I will get
Today.
that today.
I will spend the day at... Is there a mage's college here? Okay.
There are practitioners, but large-scale, high-powered magic has generally been out of favor for the last 600 years or so. It's not illegal, but if you want to do it, you go to there's Freen, which is restricted, or there are places in the
We
Combine.
didn't do a lich, Grace.
We did
Okay.
a lich.
A lich
How much
did
paper
us.
ink do you
We did a lich.
So if I was going to distribute pamphlets across the...
Oh.
Oh, God.
What?
They're
Leave me
out of-
alone.
They're out of paper and ink, actually.
Oh, they are? Next one.
Okay. Oh, God. So, what are you trying to do? How many pamphlets would you like?
A number of them.
Okay.
It depends entirely on how much it costs.
That's what I'm looking up at the moment.
Do you have pamphlets in there?
Just paper folded in 3. Or it can just be
That's
paper
true.
plastered on the wall.
That could be.
I do not see paper. River.
5 copper for 5,000 sheets.
One
Clearly.
sheet of parchment will be 5 silver.
That's why
Five
wizards-
silver
That's
for a
why
piece of
wizards are always
parchment.
broke.
Cut it
yo.
into little pieces.
How big is the parchment?
Yeah. Oh, come on. Parchment's like this.
Yeah. You know where Anishir has to get its parchment from?
The combine.
I'm sorry.
The trees.
You could get vellum for a silver apiece. And vellum would be much larger.
Oh. I'll get, how big is this district? Just ballpark me.
Bigger the cataracts.
How big are your cataracts? I mean, the cataracts.
How big are the cats?
Can you see them?
This is
in your
almost as good
neighborhood,
as the
there's
ours were.
probably about
Almost.
4,000 to 5,000
4,000 to 5,000 people.
in the cataract district.
The
You got-
ours board's still.
You got 500 gold
And
pieces.
vellum
Just
is
pointed
I'm
silver
sorry.
apiece.
I'm sorry. 7,000 or 8,000.
Okay. Vellum is a silver apiece?
Yep.
How many buildings are around the central square of the cataract district?
A few dozen.
Okay, I'll buy a few dozen pieces of vellum.
Do that.
So that's what?
24/7.
Posters.
A few dozen or a couple dozen?
How many am I going to need to coat each wall?
Let's call it an even 30.
30 gold.
That's
Silver.
sweet.
Not
Oh.
gold.
Silver, I'm sorry.
I love it already. I don't even know what he's putting on here, and I love it already.
I love that he's just this dedicated to it.
I will spend the rest of the day transcribing these posters with information about the resurgence of magic and mimics in the cobblestones,
Oh,
and
God.
altars underneath houses that are forbidden magic.
Roll me just a. Are you proficient in forgery? You're not. I know you're not.
I'm not
forging
forging
something.
anything, but no.
So, I
Still,
know. I'm
the
just trying to
God's
find
honest
a
truth.
relevant skill. Just a straight dexterity. You have a D6 inspiration.
That's glorious.
Yeah. Beautiful.
That's D6.
There
I know
you
what
go.
D6 is.
I'll
Oh,
play D&D.
I crit.
Oh, God.
Dang.
You better hide.
Oh.
Kelfir's going to ground. Okay. So
This was
resurgence
not
of magic,
intentional.
holes under.
Yeah. What names did you put on that poster?
I didn't put any names on it.
houses.
Okay.
So resurgence of magic, holes under houses. What else? Evil cobblestones.
Evil cobblestones.
By the end of it, the writing,
Giant
he's
moths.
done so many of these,
Restricted
the writing
blood
is just
magic.
slanted and like I'm back.
Yeah, how is his writing? Oh, it's
Okay.
good
It's a
because he
crit.
rolled a natural 20.
It's
Of course.
readable.
Great.
Oh,
It's glorious.
and convincing. Oh shit!
Oh, gods in heaven.
It's not just resurgence of magic, holes under houses. It is an impassioned speech
Would-
designed to turn people against all such
So
things.
I live on the square.
I live
Yes.
somewhere
Right off
near
the
the
square.
square.
Yes.
Do I have one of those on my house?
Yeah.
Do I get the sense that I know who would be spreading such things? Okay.
I mean, clearly somebody who hates or fears magic.
Clearly somebody who knew about that, which would be us.
When did he do this? Is this before I got the ash bark, or
Oh, this would be
before.
okay? So I
This
get
is just over the course of his week.
okay. So I'm going to Talia's house,
Was there anything else you wanted to do with that week?
I don't know. Let's see what else I get.
Oh, dear God.
I spent a day drinking to oblivion. I spent a day training with whoever will spar with me.
Are you still putting up that one mercenary and helping him avoid the mercenary recruiters as they try to find out where he deserted to?
The mercenary recruiters.
You know the guy who...
Yeah, no, I know who you're talking
Right.
about.
Didn't get that
Eventually,
part of the
people come-
backstory.
Eventually, people come around to try and figure out where the hell he's gone because apparently he's AWOL.
Oh,
I'm not hiding him, but I'm not, like, reporting him.
So if
But you
people
don't
came to
remember
your door and
the-
asked you about him, would you say anything, or would you like
Which day did they come to the door?
how drunk
roll a
were
d
you?
roll your whatever your stupid fucking dice is?
I'm just so sad.
Oh.
Are you here to keep me company?
Oh.
You make me roleplay this?
Could you please bat your eyelashes?
That's too much effort.
No, sir. We're not here to keep you company. We're here to recover
It's
a member
okay.
of our order.
I'll just be alone.
So there is no one else in this house.
Tear.
Unless you want to stay with me.
No, thank you, sir.
Say no to that.
Month, a half-orc named Magazal has not come here, stayed here. You've never met him.
What race is this person?
Human.
Human? I've met a lot of half-orcs. None of them really liked me, though.
Yeah. Can't see why that would be, but could you answer my questions?
Yeah, I get that a lot. I just,
Look, sir, would you
when I
mind if
can
we came and
find
looked
my
around?
home, it's just a struggle. And then, just...
One of the other ones comes up behind him. It's just like, Sarge, let's just go. This guy's just like,
keeps talking to himself in the doorway of his house.
yeah, all right, you have a good day, sir.
I don't
They
know if
just
I
walk off.
can.
No.
We're all gonna die.
He was like one
Eeyore
for
is
Infinity
back.
Train with like the like.
No.
We're gonna have a great time. We're all gonna die in a hole.
Is your hair color slowly
So-
changing?
No, it's just straight
color?
white.
It's
Are
just straight
you-
white.
Continuing to put him up, or...
Does he want to stay?
Yeah?
Or does he want to try and make a run for it?
No, he wouldn't mind. I mean, he's enjoying staying and drinking with you and
Is he
sparring.
enjoying the winter?
He doesn't enjoy the other days so much.
So, between winter and spring, how long does he stick around? That's the real question.
He's, at the moment, he'll sleep on your couch as long as you're left.
On the couch.
Oh god.
So
Oh,
sometimes in the spring, you try and convince him, no, there's really only one bed in here.
Yeah, there's only one
He doesn't need convincing. That's just a fact.
In a cot.
Drape, like, blanket
Whatever.
over the couch, trying to disguise it.
Sure.
Yeah, no, I'll keep putting him up.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, you continue to spar with him. Okay.
Between that and working at the forge, there's not really else.
You take the ash bark to Talia's house.
I see the sign. I go, oh, fuck. And I go in and knock on the door. To Leah and Elaine
Okay.
and all of their...
Lelaine opens the door.
Hi.
Hi.
Do you know me? Have I met Lelaine? I feel like I haven't met Lelaine.
You have
Okay, so I'm like,
subtle light of metagame.
I know. Do you
know me?
know me?
No.
Hi.
I'm sorry, is there a problem?
Oh, no. Oh, God, no. And I pull out the box and open it up, and there's just Asrock, and I go, I know this is like the stupidest fucking box. And I brought so much dishonor to my family, but this is for Talia.
And she kind of reaches out and closes the box. Where did you get this?
From a really crabby black dragonborn in the bottom of the embassy, who's just like told me I'd bring more dishonor to my family, which, that's great.
He didn't say anything about dishonor. He just said death.
Yeah, God, okay.
You said disappointment.
That was his evaluation.
Yeah, this was... Talia asked if I knew where I could find any of the herb things that you need, and I went and I asked, and this is all that they had.
You're a
but-
friend of Talia?
Yeah, we were on patrol together. I mean, okay.
She didn't mention you.
That's because I wasn't on patrol, because I was asleep in the library. I'm part of the college, and I was doing tests, and I fell asleep. But I was supposed to be on the patrol, and so Talia came and asked me, I'm so
Would you like
sorry.
some tea?
I would love some tea.
Okay,
Great.
come on in.
Thanks. I go in and have tea.
Okay. She brews a large pot of boiling water, pours 2 cups of tea, takes the ash bark, puts it in a separate container, and pours the boiling water in there.
Okay.
and kind of sets it off to the side, and you can see.
I was like, I didn't know how to use the ash bar. I was like,
Out.
you're so good now.
Okay.
Great. Yeah, I have tea with Lelaine. It's a great afternoon.
You do. It's quite pleasant.
Can I ask one question?
Yes.
How much ready money can I get my hands on in a brief period of time?
With a family capital token.
Without it, since it's gone.
Without it, I'll be about 50 gold.
Not much. Even if I sell my stuff?
If you sell all your stuff.
If I sell some stuff.
If you sell your stuff, sure.
How much ready money can I get my hands on?
I don't know. What are you selling?
I don't know. Stuff in my house.
Oh, please tell me that Ma's gonna come to the party with like her 70 grand.
Do you have a huge amount of valuable stuff in your house?
Nice things. Probably have some nice old jewelry.
Her outfits are handmade and
So-
priceless.
Are you going
By me.
Are you going
Priceless.
door to door?
No, I'm asking how much could I liquidate quickly?
She went to the pawn shop.
I mean, at this
like how we're
time
getting
of
things
year,
done.
Yeah,
not a
clearly.
lot. There's not a lot of opportunity to liquidate them because the
Sell your
markets are
house.
closed. There's food being sold. Not a lot of hey, here's some stuff.
Okay, never mind.
How much of a funk has Kelfier been in during this week of posters being spread all over town? Like, how much am I dealing with?
The next day there were scorch marks instead of posters.
Oh.
Well,
However, you have been getting side looks in the neighborhood.
Oh shit.
I don't wear my robes that Mother bought for me.
I know.
Okay.
Your father also has been facing some verbal harassment. Nothing super bad, but nothing threatening, but rude. You rolled a natural 20.
it was good.
With inspiration.
He was prepared to use the inspiration
He
too.
was both inspired and exceptionally skilled. Okay. You guys administer the ash bark to Cormir?
I convinced Mother that since I couldn't find it, I'm clearly a failure at an herbalist, so I should keep studying magic.
Great axe to be an herbalist, clearly.
It's a short conversation. She disapproves.
I know.
God, so many disapproved.
Okay, but at
I
least
know,
her mom
that's
is
the
like
new
chill.
My mother is the
Damn.
best.
Disappointed mother.
I know she invited
The new
me in
theme.
for tea. I was having a great time.
So,
My mom loves me.
Cormir,
I tell my parents
But
that
I'm
they're
gonna assume that
dead
you
as
drink it.
Yeah, I mean, any of my personalities would have drank it.
Okay.
Okay.
Self-preservation.
Okay, so you now have another week.
Okay.
I go home and apologize to my parents and tell them their
Oh,
debts increased.
did we get letters?
Okay. You do that.
Okay, know what I tell my parents? I say, I think every time I try and do something good for the hegemony, I think they just hate me more, Mom. I think they just hate that I'm trying.
So your father is out to the side, right?
Okay, I love my dad.
Forging blades.
Yeah.
And you tell him that, and his hammer kind of, and you see his shoulders just kind of slump, and he doesn't say anything.
He's not angry.
And then he picks up the hammer and just keeps working. Doesn't look at you,
My
doesn't
dad is
acknowledge you,
sweet.
doesn't say anything.
Okay. Sorry, good talk, Dad.
Mary, if ever any of this gets too real for you, like, just let me know.
God, my parents are great!
Oh, I know your parents are, but just,
Yeah,
I don't know. If it ever gets to you, just let me know.
I'll let you know. Be like, Josh, this is just too much.
Hey, how's Cormier's mom? Is she always disappointed in him?
Cormir doesn't have him.
Oh, God,
that's
this
worse.
is worse.
Did we get
Cormir's about
letters?
to die.
I know. He's got another week.
Did we get letters, by the way, or was she the other one?
Yeah,
who
did
got
they get any letters or did I have to run around?
They did not. You
Okay.
you were the one who received it.
Okay, I run around to all of them going, hi, we were invited to a really fancy dinner with our whole families.
Interesting.
We'll say you guys are at the snowdrop.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Just everybody ends
I'm
up
I'll be
there.
playing on the equivalent of a Thursday, and
Sure.
when my set's done, I go down and
In
be
between
like,
sets, you'll share that with
I'll be
them.
like,
I'm knitting.
check it out.
Cora, roll a d8.
Hilarious that I got it when I was the one who wasn't there.
5.
Yeah, your right claws are missing again.
Oh no. Here, that's not a lot. Interesting.
Would anyone notice that my ear came back?
And then one day my
I would have
spleen
noticed.
disappeared.
Yeah, we would have noticed your ears back.
Probably would have.
I also would have noticed, I think, because that's pretty hard.
And then one day your spleen will disappear, your
Yeah,
lungs
you guys
will
noticed.
disappear.
By the way, I perk up a lot when I see that letter has Samplehane on it.
Yes.
Yes, I
It
do.
does have sample.
Like, I'd be very interested in going to this party.
Well,
What about
good,
you?
you've been invited.
Oh, wonderful. He does say family, right?
Yes.
Oh,
Prepare to meet my family.
There's probably got to be a limit on that. I have a rather large one.
Oh, well, you could probably ask.
I could.
Yeah.
One second. I write him a note. I'll write him a friendly note.
Good idea.
I'm going to go home and in my nicest handwriting write a note to
Nicest stationery.
council member Artyom Sambolhain.
Okay.
Just say thank you for your kind invitation. You mentioned that you would like to invite both our heroic patrol and also our family members. However, just so that you know how to plan this party, I haven't planned any large ones myself. Do you have perhaps a limit on how many family members you'd be willing to receive?
How are you attempting to convey that note to
I'll just,
the counselor?
are there people that you can hire that are regular messengers?
Sure.
Mail. I'll send it ordinary mail.
Mark off 3 copies.
Awesome.
You send that message.
I
Tie it to a rock and throw it through his window.
I
Good
RSVP
old-fashioned
and send it
way.
back with, I guess, a messenger who reappears at my doorway because it said send it back with this messenger.
No messenger reappears at your
Oh,
doorway.
shoot. Okay, I walk it over there.
Okay, you walk it over to the front gate.
So I'm like on break at this
Oh,
point.
fuck. It's the goddamn dude from the front of the...
No,
I hate
you
this guy.
toasted that guy. Or Bailiff
Yeah,
did.
but his equivalent is back.
Very large estate.
Oh, that
Yeah.
guy.
1 floor.
Yes.
Um,
Can I help you?
Hot rich
And-
bachelor. Say?
There are 2 guards out front. Just standing there, full heavy plate, spears. They look like they should be cold, but they're not. Or at least they're not shivering.
Okay. I walk up. Are they blocking the way?
Are you walking towards the path, or are you walking up to one of them?
I'm walking up to one of them, actually.
Okay, sure. You walk up to one of them. You can't really see any particular features behind the helmet.
Hello. And then I hold up the note with the seal. Like, I kind of flip down the top so you can see the seal. I go, hi. I received a letter, and I'm here to respond to it, because it said a messenger was going to be sent, but no messenger was sent. So I've come personally to respond for my family. The come out to look time.
Correction, citizen. The note does not say a messenger will come for it.
It says, return with this messenger, but no messenger was there.
You have never seen one.
Yes, but I was told that it was delivered by a messenger.
Use the wax.
I pull the wax off.
Okay. You pull it off, and it should be solid.
Uh-huh.
But as you kind of touch it, it stretches, and it's a little bit gummy.
Okay. Huh. This is new. What do I do with it now? As I'm like rolling it into a ball.
Use it to write on his breastplate.
Stamp it on like it's
Very
silly putty.
Mary, I'm begging you to do that.
It's like silly putty sticking on there. You
There's
peel
gonna
it
be
off
6
and the
characters
words
deep
come
at all
off on it.
times.
You wish to return a letter.
Yes.
Seal the letter.
I pull out my own note of RSVP because, of course, I wrote a full note of RSVP to, like, hand to him.
Yep.
And then I fold it up, and I take the now, like, gummy ball of wax and stamp it back on there.
The note just kind of vanishes and disintegrates.
Do you know how to do
Have you any other questions?
that?
Who is that guy?
No. But, yeah, you know, probably not at this moment, but I will hopefully be seeing you and all of the others, I guess, when we're here for dinner.
Indeed. Hopefully is the word.
Well, gee, don't be so down about it. Okay. Thank you for your help. I appreciate it. Goodbye. And I walk away.
You walk away.
Excellent. I'm like humming a jaunty little tune to myself as I walk back over.
Okay.
I probably would have tried to be more friends with my stupid brother because my patron wants me
Because
to.
he's an asset or something like that.
Yeah.
In the course of that week, he moved out. He did not leave a forwarding address. He has not told you or your mother where he's staying now.
Disappointed mothers and disappearing brothers.
Damn, it's our family.
Well,
This is why.
so I don't know
dead
any.
parents
Like,
are
mother
a
doesn't
thing
know
in
anything
Star
about
Wars.
like where he was going or like the people he was seeing.
He joined a cult.
Your brother never told me anything
He does
about
yoga
what
now.
he did. He
Neither.
could take care of himself. So.
He's feeling super enlightened.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm making it through.
Aw. Are people
Winter
being
is-
nice to you?
No. But the winter is always the worst.
Yeah.
It's cold.
Spring
It's
will
wet.
come again.
It brings out the worst in you.
It really does.
We will bear through as we always have.
Am I missing my ear this day? Or
This is the same day.
oh,
I'm sorry,
Is
no,
it
you're
every
talking about what you would have
day?
done. Sure, for this particular day, go ahead and roll a d8.
okay.
She's missing her toes.
It says 7.
That patch of kind of rich brown tiger and leopard pattern is back on your shoulder.
Would she have noticed?
Are you naked?
I always walk around my house naked with my mother.
No. So she wouldn't notice.
Are you gonna show it to her?
Yes.
Okay.
Mom.
You show it to her, and she kind of walks up and just kind of puts her hands in it. It's just like your father's. When did this happen?
It's happened a couple times. There's like different things that happen to me every day, and I don't really know what's happening. One day I woke up and I was missing my ear, but I kind of liked it because it made me feel like I was closer to you. And one day I was missing my claws and my paw. They declawed me. And then I've woken up twice now with this on my shoulder, and I just don't know really what's happening.
As much as I'm flattered by you wishing to look more like me, don't. She kind of holds up her clawless hands.
Aww.
Her ears have been cut off.
Yeah. My mom's was declawed. They cut off her tail.
Yeah,
They cut off
she
her
has
ears.
No ears, no tail, no claws.
Yeah.
So
They did the same thing to my father, and then they killed him in front of her.
over the course of several drunken evenings at the Snowdrop Inn, Cora has revealed these things to you guys.
I just sit next to her and stroke her hand, stroke her shoulder. So
I
sorry.
wasn't there. It was my mom.
But still, that must be so hard. Okay. I would like to find my father and ask him if he thinks it would be a good idea for me to go to this shindig, and if he wants to come. Or if, given the way people have been a little surly with us lately, maybe I should just lay low.
You've been invited to the Chancellor!
Yeah.
Yeah.
And us too!
Yes.
Yeah, let's go!
Are you sure, Father?
Mom's a good cook.
But Brennis isn't. I know.
But as the winter goes on, decent food is getting more and more difficult to find. So when we get invited to the Chancellor, sorry,
He's not
Wrong
a
city.
chancellor.
when we get invited to a counselor's house, we say,
Okay.
Thank you.
just okay.
Well, I'm disagreeing with you, Father.
I agree with a little more enthusiasm.
All right,
love your
Father.
dad.
You say let's go.
When you are starving and eating gruel and somebody offers you beef, you say,
Thank you.
hey, there's my girl.
I love your dad.
Do we leave the kids at home or do we take them with us?
We should probably take them with us.
But
The house will
But,
explode if you.
Brennis, Father, I worry about her. I try really hard with her lessons and she won't sit down. She won't pay attention.
Let's go over this again. If you're cold and hungry and you drool and someone offers you beef, you go,
Thank you.
hey!
And I'm sorry about my little siblings.
Hey, that'll work. Cool, when is
My
it?
siblings are weird too.
I tell him when it is. Which is
2 days at this
2
point?
days
It's in
from
3 days.
now.
Okay, 3 days from now.
Yeah, 3 days from now. Okay.
I feel like we didn't resolve my mother's conversation.
Oh, I'm
or
so
It would
sorry.
have just like,
I'm so sorry.
that's okay.
It was really sad.
It was.
Josh, like, we need to leave
I'm
the
so sorry.
conversation.
Okay, yeah. Do you want to talk about other things with me?
No, that's it. So she's just sad. It's my father.
Okay.
Okay.
What do you
She
guys
gives you
spend the
lots of
rest of that day doing?
I'd probably just spend time with her because I don't spend a ton of time
She's
with her.
she's very quiet for the rest of that day. She's she's not a very upbeat Kotka.
Yeah.
But even today it's she's very drawn in. So you sit near her and read
Yeah.
to her.
Mom, do you want me to show it to you so you can remember father when it comes back?
That's okay. That time is gone. All there is to look forward.
Okay.
Pleases me to know that some of him remains with
Me too. Aw.
Can't wait to kill all of these people.
Don't you dare!
Oh, he's already working on it.
I
It's
know
okay.
he is.
I've got
Do I
a
get
bunch
a
of
reply
siblings.
to a new...
You do. Of course, bring everyone.
Great.
Oh,
I go and I
Speaking
talk
of
to...
killing all of them.
Yeah.
I'm going to
I go and I
charm
talk
this
to Junior,
counselor.
and I ask him for
Let-
his opinion.
Less you
sorry?
charm
I go and I talk to Junior and ask
Sorry, I was
him.
busy
for his
winking at the
opinion.
camera. Okay, you tell Junior about it. Okay.
He says, they're inviting the family. What do you think?
I'd like to stay out of it.
That's probably smart.
Take Benji with you. And, maybe we give Lyle a test run in
You really want Lyle in that
Benji's
house?
territory. No. No, we keep Lyle out of that.
That's what I thought.
You take Benji, we give Lyle a day or two of running Benji's responsibilities, test run.
Give him a chance. He's your little brother.
Alright. For the record, Mom, I don't like this idea.
It's one evening. Just see what
Worries
goes
me.
wrong.
He's only got one evening to do all the things.
See if it ends up being to our advantage, shall we?
You guys walk out of the dinner party and half the city is just burned. Okay.
I do love Lyle.
Any other preparations to make for the dinner party?
I'll bring, by the way, Benji.
Assuming everybody's going. Is anybody not going?
I would probably just like try and reach out to my brother in any way I could. Invite him.
You want to go to a dinner party? I know you were really mad at each other, but
How are you attempting to contact?
I would just ask around about him to the people who are like relatively nice to us, or anyone that I know is nice to him.
Roll a persuasion
Nice.
check with disadvantage.
can I help her not have disadvantage?
Too late.
I didn't look at her to see what she rolled.
I know,
I was just looking at you.
but at no point were you inserted into the
Yeah.
scene.
Persuasion 9.
9? They either don't know or they don't want to talk to you.
Okay. Normal.
I
Racists.
reluctantly tell my siblings. My sister's very
Okay.
I spend my time looking at underground caves, trying to scout out some promising leads.
You're looking for underground caves?
No, I'm trying to scout out promising leads for Devil's Blood.
Whatever
Oh,
lung wart.
Gotcha. Sure, go ahead and roll an investigation check.
Oh, I'm fantastic at those.
He says.
I'm so fantastic at those.
Oh, Lord.
Hey, Josh.
are you
Whoa.
kidding? Dang.
With disadvantage!
Oh, come on! Why? That's just mean.
Okay, we seem to pick a person every week who's just rolling.
Guess that
his
means it's her
tricks.
next week.
Why is
Just
it
rolling
never
her
my
tricks.
week?
Primary ways of getting below the city.
Kill somebody, bribe somebody.
Either head down to the just kind of the pulley system that takes goods up and down, right? So the city sits on a high cliff, right, all the way down to the port below, and hop off at the right point. Don't hop off at the wrong point. The other way is to head to the far west side of the city. This one is illegal, but if you hop off the wall into the Drunak River towards the north bank, there is a rumor that you hear from multiple sources that'll get you down there. You just have to be able to hold your breath for a while.
This is a city that's built on the system of caves and various.
It's known that there are
areas
caves in various areas down there.
that runs valuable goods on a pulley system through that area where potentially they can be disrupted.
No, nearby that area. So the port system itself, right? The caverns below, not the caverns.
I've got a picture of the city in my head. That's fine.
Right, but
But what you're saying is you're opening their commerce up to sabotage. If you're just hopping off a pulley into a cave.
sure.
Don't my boys
And the
know
caves
it?
are dangerous.
If there were groups of people in the caves who wanted to sabotage it, sure. But the way that it essentially works is if this is the cavern, right, and this opens out onto the sea, this is protected. There are various places that you can leap off of the pulley system into a place that you can not get back up from.
Still puts you within leaping distance of danger.
So if you look at this sideways, let's say your pulley system is going up and down here, leap off at the right point, and you end up somewhere down there, sure, you can climb back up. If you've got the stuff.
Leap off into oblivion.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Rumor is
I'm gonna start working on that second character.
the fall's not too bad.
Yeah, okay.
If you're level 30.
I mean, as you're pointing out, they're trying to make it difficult for things to get out into the place that people live.
Yeah.
It is consequently difficult to get into the place where the monsters live.
Okay. So, that's what I do.
You could. You do know one place in the city that did go underground a little bit that you did not fully explore.
Well, that's
Gosh,
true.
I'd love to. Go straight back to smashing altars.
Just pointing it out.
Have we hit level 2 at this point to be able to invoke our
Yes,
things?
that week is up. At the end of that week, you guys got to level 2,
So-
and then you received the letter. So you guys have 3 days.
So before we go to the dinner party, may I roll my 2d20s, please?
You may.
Thank you.
So these will be for the day of the party.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm preparing a song.
I knitted
party.
Sam Valhaina's sweater.
Both set.
You knit several
It's
what?
gorgeous. I knitted our host sweater.
That's amazing. Oh my gosh, what an old grandma move. I love it.
What does it look like?
It's sort of dark blue with lots of very pretty sort of textured patterns in it. It's all one color.
Dark blue, textured patterns.
Yes.
Any of anything in particular, or just kind
Buttons
of
down
cool
the front.
patterns?
Just kind of pretty geometrical sort of patterns.
It's got a coffin pattern on the back.
No hidden coding. I'm not Madame Defarge.
Yes.
Any other preparations before you go to the dinner party?
I'm finding clothes that will not dishonor my parents.
Oh,
You making a real effort this time?
Yes, I am.
Okay, it's not too hard. They've had clothes for you
I know.
that are perfectly appropriate, and you just don't like to wear them.
They're
I make-
stuffy.
Okay.
Do it.
I make Benji wear
How
a suit.
often
He hates
does
it.
my whatever change?
So you're making Benji wear a suit, okay?
I'm bringing Theodosia too, by the way.
Am I gonna roll for whatever thing I have that day? Mr. Flawless for
Yes.
3.
Roll 8.
Your tail is missing today.
Oh no!
Kitten.
I would have also purchased a set of nice clothes. I'm not wearing the robes Mother bought for me still.
Okay.
I would have bought a nice
How
dress.
nice?
Nice enough to go to a councilman's dinner party in, but not too so nice that I get ideas above my station, so to speak.
Okay. About 30 gold.
Went to Dillard's and I got it on sale.
Dillard's back. Dillard's back.
Yes, but you said nice enough for a counselor's party, having never been to one.
Right.
Also, the counselors are the rulers of the city.
I would have also asked Dad for my wages. If there are any.
Sure. Got about 30 silver.
Okay. I'll take it.
Alrighty.
And Theodosia's in her best dress.
So, you're bringing Benji and Theodosia.
Yep.
And other grandkids, or no?
No.
Okay.
I don't trust those boys.
Okay. Cormac, you bringing anybody?
Cormier.
You bringing anybody?
Who am I going to bring?
I don't know. Magazol?
Yeah! The guy is crashing on the couch.
Okay. How are you dressed?
Regular clothing.
Okay.
Nothing fancy, but it's not dirty.
Clean. Regular. Okay. Vera, you dressing up at all?
Oh yeah.
I
Dressing in my best dress, but I made it.
I asked all
It's got
of them
daisies
before.
all over it. It's periwinkle blue with daisies.
Alright.
I asked them all, days ago, what exactly happened on the night that I wasn't there, so
Okay.
that I can accurately restate everything that happened.
Okay.
I showed her the report.
Yes, I read through the whole report.
The only
before I
problem is
said-
the report was full of lies because we didn't mention the fact that we broke into the warehouse.
But they don't know.
I came up with
Does
a
she
jaunty
know that
song
that's a
and
lie?
tune ballad.
Interesting question.
Oh, do we tell her? I would have told her that. I'm
yeah,
very
okay.
truthful.
I probably wouldn't have, but she
Okay.
would have.
Okay.
Considering
So,
I
Almania, who are you
instigated that.
bringing?
My family.
So,
my
mom, dad.
parents, my older sister, my older brother, and my younger brother.
So, older sister.
Talsha, my older brother, Kavisa, and my younger brother, Andy.
So, all of the siblings. Okay.
And my parents.
Cora?
Just my mom, I guess.
Okay.
Unless my brother shows up. And then I would have gone to the store and I would have gotten me and my mom relatively nice dresses.
Okay.
And I'll subtract whatever.
Just kind of medium nice.
Yeah.
About 10 gold. Okay. As usual, you guys have to modify them yourselves to kind of make them fit you better.
Okay.
Not really made for
Cats.
people with fur and
Okay.
tails.
Well, neither of
But
us have
you guys
tails
go
that
ahead
day.
and yeah, neither of you have tails today, so
Well, my mom never
One-
has a tail, so
Right.
she doesn't have to worry about that.
You're like,
Okay.
I have a tail hole.
And I would bring Mother, Father, and the two littles, I guess.
Lyra is coming alone. So you're bringing mom, dad.
And the two littles.
Like our last campaign, we were like, we're done with NPCs. This campaign.
yes.
They're about
We all
to
have families
die.
now.
Gosh, just gonna kill them all.
Oh, neat arms.
Wait, I
The
want
only
my mom
reason
to
I
stay
wanted you
home.
guys to have
That's
NPC
attractive.
friends and family is to kill all of them.
This is
The
why
plot hook.
I
Dude, you
named
killed
them
Virion
all
so
after
bad.
my actual family members.
Are you bringing your boy toy? Would you
So
invite
cute.
him?
I would have invited
fun.
him, and I don't know if he would come.
Okay.
'Cause he's been kind of distant lately, so
Yeah.
it's up to you.
How
He's invited.
would you have invited him? Would you have sought him out and talked to him personally, or
Yes.
sent him a letter?
No, I would have sought him out.
Okay. Cool.
On one of the days.
He is coming.
Yes. Oh my god. Josh is gonna kill everyone.
We have
Cora
all
and
of our
Mom.
beloved NPCs in one spot.
And Rio.
I didn't bring my boys. I brought one of my
You got
boys.
two
My
people on the
girl.
outside.
I have a family of 5 Dragonborn coming. I think we
Any
might be
I'm not
okay.
bringing my whole
Final
family to this.
preparations.
I bring my loot.
Okay.
I bring
Bring
all
your
My
of
loot.
family
my
is very
armor and
disappointed.
every weapon I own.
freshly sharpened weapons, polished armor.
My knitting needles are
Polish
still in
my
my hair.
scales.
You've got your knitting needles in your hair.
I spit on my hand and slick down Benji's hair right in the doorstep.
Elmania, do you have any spells that require components? Material components?
This could be a combat right here.
Scared.
Who knows what we're gonna do?
Stop metagaming.
No, because my musical instrument is my spellcasting focus. Okay. And I'm bringing my lute.
I have my component pouch.
Okay.
You never told me how I could fix my skull that was bleeding.
He said he didn't know.
Oh. Okay.
You've got 2 ears now.
Benji's got a dagger in his ankle, as he always does. In his boot.
And his boot is different than in his ankle.
You added him.
Okay, cool.
Because I raised him right.
You did. You have your component pouch. It looks like a component pouch. What are you...
I could give you my
fancy $30 gold dress come with a little like clutch?
Ooh,
Or a pocket?
Very flash.
Pockets.
I can see the guards going, and we'll keep this.
Sure. It comes with a small clutch.
Okay.
What kind of material components are required for your current spells? You don't have a lot of spells, so it's...
I don't have a lot of spells. So
Okay, yeah, we'll say that fits into a clutch.
And then I have my necklace with the leather on it, so...
Okay.
I have page armor.
Stop metagaming. You guys have been invited.
And I have my book in there, in the clutch, too. My
How big is
Invited
It's
by
not
a
that big of a
councilman.
clutch.
Okay.
Has
I
never heard
carry
of
my
it.
book
Tasteful.
under my
Like that.
arm, then.
Okay. You bring your...
And I have my quill, so that I can be like...
Why would you bring your spell book?
Because she might be
I always
bored.
bring my spell book everywhere I go.
Because
That
I'm
was like
paranoid.
lesson 1. Telfir said you never go anywhere without this book.
So, real quick, you have been invited to
What
a
if she's
dinner
bored?
party in your honor at the hands of the one of the counselors of the city, of which there are
So-
only 12.
Josh,
So my question,
This is the
you
new
can
guy.
accuse us of metagaming, but it
No.
is kind of suspicious that a leader of the city invites a patrol.
is
Oh,
it real?
yeah.
It really
It
is.
Oh, yeah.
Because we don't know anything else about this city.
And the way you're so excited that all of
No,
our
that is metagaming.
That is metagaming.
I'm just showing up
looking
in
at
clothes.
my attitude
I probably wouldn't
is
expect much.
metagaming.
Okay.
But
All I'm asking is, why would you be bringing your spell book to a dinner party thrown in your honor?
Do you like people?
I do like people,
Oh, well,
for
then
the
why
most part. So, like I said,
And break time.
Telfir told me that I needed
Oh
to have
crap!
the
We haven't
book.
taken a break, have we?
No, Telfir told me
No,
I
not
needed
yet.
the
Take a
book.
break and argue. Boom.
So, Jenny to Josh, if I decide I need to cast some spells at this dinner party, you're going to say, oh, you don't have your book, you can't.
See, that is. We're gonna take a break and argue for a little bit, and then we'll be right back.
10 minutes, like usual.
Sure. We'll call it 10 minutes. Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll be back in 10 minutes.
Bye.
So that's the plan.
that we did it.
Oh, yeah.
welcome
Hey.
Unfortunately, Jenny will have to be leaving the campaign.
No.
Alrighty.
I punched the DM in the face. I'm sorry. What could I do?
Roll for an attack.
So,
It's
we're
fine.
all standing outside. Yeah, she's got spell. We're good. She made an argument.
It worked.
The DM will remember it.
The
It's on the
DM
corner.
should remember it because it was in character.
This definitely won't affect
Written
you.
down. You were all standing before the estate.
Okay, now I spit in my hand and I smooth down Benji's hair.
Again?
He is, by the way, a fully grown halfling.
Oh, I
man.
know. You got-
I do not
Ma-
care. But he's got the family curly hair and it's just like not lying flat on his
Ma,
little head.
it's fine.
How
To-
hard did I have to fight to get Brennis an address, by the way?
To get whose address?
To get Brennis an address. How hard did I have to fight, by the way? So that she looks
For
nice.
some reason, I still don't understand.
You
what
know,
you're
my
saying.
sister.
The scout
How hard
got a
did
little
it fight
cold.
to get her an address?
The
To
scout.
get her address?
Any address.
Into a
dress.
dress.
In a dress!
Bingo. There you go.
It's been a really long night.
It
and
has.
It's been a
It's
really
been a
long
long
week.
I'm so sorry. One of those things where, like, the
Yeah.
language, like, I can hear
Yeah.
the words and it's just...
No.
But you were like drinking everyone's words.
I don't know. Did you take her dress shopping with you?
Did she hate it?
She hated it.
Yeah.
So I more like picked something out for her and then tried to convince her to wear it.
Okay. She's wearing it.
Okay.
She's wearing pants underneath.
Oh, what a little darling! And I go, hello, what's your name?
Benji goes, oh, thank God. As she's focusing on somebody
As I
else.
leave, I just give one last pat on his
And there are
hairline.
these two guards just standing watching you guys 15 feet away in the street.
Hello, dearie, what's your
Oh.
name?
Go up to the little girl.
Hey again. I know this guy. Or I think it's the right guy.
You
can't
met. You met this
You
gentleman?
met the guard?
Yeah.
That's
well,
nice.
I don't know. Are you the guard who I talked to who taught me how to use that cool messenger seal thing?
Wait,
Come on,
what?
man. Give me something. Oh my gosh. So, the letter that I was sent, right?
Mm-hmm.
I thought
You
that
showed
I
it
was,
to us.
Yes. So, you know, it had a really cool seal on it. And I thought that I was supposed to give it back to a messenger because it says in the letter, give it to the messenger who gave you.
Mm-hmm.
There was no messenger. So I came here to try and get my RSVP. And the guard stopped me and was like, well, actually, all you need to do is take the seal off and then re-stamp it on to whatever you want. And then it sent it for me. It was
Really?
so cool.
That
It was
is
the
amazing.
best. Yeah.
Do you have another piece of the wax?
I don't.
Do
You
you
can
have
ask, though. I'm
okay,
gonna give it back.
the original letter?
I do.
Oh, show it to the gentleman.
Oh, yes. Hello, sir. I have, like, my whole...
Fallen gods, go inside!
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. You've been super helpful.
Hey, Doja darling, Benji, let's go.
I walk in with my family.
You guys walk in? Immediately past just kind of that gate area, there's a very thin hedge that runs all the way around the estate. You cannot see the grounds. They are covered in snow. But you can see way off to the right a large, you would probably recognize it. There are various lattices and whatnot. There's clearly a garden area over there. Currently nothing is blooming or growing, but in the growing seasons it would be quite grand. It's very large. And it has its own well.
Ooh, very fancy.
Immediately past this gate, you enter another kind of square hedged area with a fountain in it that is currently fountaining.
Nice.
Does not appear to be frozen.
Weird to say.
You guys
Cool.
continue on past, and about, what is that? About 60 feet from the front gate, you arrive at the front door. Huge double doors, 8 feet across. Not each one, but about 4. Each door is about 4 feet wide. Large, ornate windows on either side of it that you can't really see. You can see that there's light inside, but something about the windows prevents you from actually being able to see any detail inside.
The invention of frosted glass.
Who is approaching the door?
Me.
First. Okay, Almania. With your loot slung across your shoulder, you walk up to the front door, and as you raise your hand to knock, both doors just kind of swing inwards.
Excellent.
Okay. Immediately inside, you can see a couple of chairs off to the right, some chairs and a small coffee table, about about 30 feet off that way. Very large room, maybe 50 feet long, about 20 feet deep. There's another set of large double doors directly across from you.
Mm-hmm.
And a very rich embroidered carpet all across this entryway area.
Isn't this lovely?
Standing there,
Amazing.
just inside the door, you see a very small man, whom you then realize is actually a very tall halfling. Very thin, about just under 5 feet.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Very thin, but very tall, standing there carrying some kind of book of some sort, standing rapt to attention. Welcome to you to the estate of Artyom Samvalhain, newest counselor on the Anashir Council of Merchants. Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you. This is lovely.
If you would please discard your shoes.
Okay.
Shoes. I'm a dragonborn.
Frankly, we're more comfortable without shoes.
I am.
Of course.
Is there a welcoming mat
Is it
outside
Japanese
this door?
household?
Like someplace to scrape your shoes off?
There is a very large, very ornate carpet in this room.
No. Do it.
I do so.
Okay.
And then I carefully set them to the side by the door.
My
Okay,
mother
do
and I
that.
probably wouldn't have shoes on because we have our paws.
In this cold,
Oh,
you
Yeah, you
would.
we
The
would.
sun has gone down at this point. This
Right.
is
I forget.
probably about 6
Why
p.m.
is it always winter, Josh?
Yeah, Josh.
Look,
Why
I changed
is it
the
always
rules, so
winter?
you need to spend a week training to gain the benefit of a level,
Week of winter
so that
have
we
to
could
advance.
move the seasons a little bit faster.
Nice.
We
Okay,
all we
pick up my
halflings
shoes.
dump our shoes and be like start to
Okay.
wiggle our toes in the carpet.
My family and I all
It's
remove our shoes.
Amazing. I mean, your family can afford a lot. This is beyond belief.
Very happy.
Various other servants come scurrying in, grab your shoes, set them off to the side, and just kind of immediately sit down with rags and start cleaning them and kind of setting them very neatly off to the side and cleaning the floor. If you would follow me through these doors,
Thank you.
leads the whole big group of you through those double doors. Would anyone like to bathe? Dinner will be prepared in a short while, but if you would like to make yourselves comfortable, we have
I'm sorry, do we raise our hands?
bathtubs for all. A raised hand.
I'm sorry, how many bathtubs are in
Verbal
this house?
confirmation is also acceptable.
Sorry, do you have enough bathtubs for everybody in this house?
Indeed, we do.
Dang. That's a lot of bathtubs. I'm pretty impressed.
Do I put my hand down now?
One,
I will bathe.
Are they?
I
Yes.
think I can remember it.
Are
I will
they
bathe.
private?
Is anybody not bathing? Of course.
On crew.
I
Bathe before we can.
I would only do it if my mother would want to go as well.
You guys are cats.
She's looking to you.
Sure.
Balls into your court.
Yeah.
Okay.
How about boy toy? Boy toy.
Oh yeah.
Wow!
Yes!
You get a D4 inspiration.
Thank you!
I'm not gonna lie, that actually went down the wrong road. Perfect timing.
The wrong throat?
I'm keeping that inspiration die, thank you.
Okay.
First intake.
Oh, that's great.
Alrighty.
He's an elf, so he would bathe. It's like the cat
Large
stuff.
copper tubs are pulled out from various other places. You guys are each given a room. I assume you and your mother are bathing in the same room.
No, I just didn't know if she would be comfortable with doing that, so I didn't want her to be uncomfortable by not doing it.
Right, but do you want to
No,
bathe
no,
in
separate
your own
rooms.
separate room?
Separate rooms.
Okay. She is led off by a servant, kind of she's looking around very nervously.
Aww.
Like this, everything about this is kind of weighing on her. She's very timid. She kind of is led off into another room. You never saw her.
No, come on.
It's an acid bath.
I'm just gonna keep doing it. Just gonna.
Let's see. What ones? I don't use
Okay.
D12s.
So while everybody else bathes,
Yeah.
what would you like to do?
I'll say to the halfling.
Okay.
We bathed before we came out, savages.
These ones are pointy.
Then I start to...
Of course, but we do have the finest of hot running water and any perfumes or oils you would like to use. Theodosia kind of goes, she excitedly is laying off.
If Benji starts to go, I grab his arm.
Benji does not try to go. Benji is also uncomfortable in all of this
in his suit that I made him wear.
What about my siblings and parents?
Oh, absolutely not.
I'm gonna start to chat
about
up this
mine?
halfling.
Okay.
You can answer.
What about my parents and siblings? How do they feel about this whole bath situation?
Soren goes, hot baths?
We say thank you.
Awesome. Soren's going for it.
Yes.
Lillian kind of goes,
I want to literally shine.
No, thank you. Alrighty.
I want to literally sparkle by the time I'm coming out. Like,
Do you have something that can do it?
I mean, I have scales. I just assume, like, if they
That's
have some
true.
kind of bath salts, like, and I can scrub on those scales.
There is, in
and...
fact, a Dragonborn specific oil for to rub upon thy scales. That's what it's called. Upon thy scales.
Upon thy scales. I write that down.
I should too. Oh wait, no, I can just watch this later.
Upon thy...
Alrighty. What do you? Yeah, you're chatting up the halfling.
And what's your name, dearie?
Osco.
Let's go.
Change the
Lovely.
accent completely with the name.
So mine just, just making it up as she goes.
I'm the counselor's chief steward, Roscoe.
Roscoe. And what neighborhood are you from, dearie?
My neighborhood and my origin are irrelevant. I work for the Lord Artier.
How long have you been in his service?
Since he arrived in the city.
And do I know how long ago that was? I imagine I would have heard about it.
Roll a history check.
Ooh. It would be a dirty 20.
Been in the city about a year and a half. He's been a counselor for just over a year.
Really? So did you come into town with him? Did you meet him here?
I was assigned to him.
Was assigned to him, really? Yes. By the other council members?
I was the Lady Solana steward before. When she passed, her nephew took her place. I was passed on to him.
Wonderful. Family loyalty is so important, isn't it? How long did you serve the lady?
My entire life.
Really? So you were born to the household?
Of course.
Charming. And really, have you been satisfied with the service? Are you happy with your master? I mean, it's hard to switch over to new people, isn't it?
Your master?
Not at all. It's about the house. The individual masters pass through, but the house and I endure.
Is he a kindly sort? I mean, everything matters to a household, isn't it?
I apologize, but I may not comment on the activities, behaviors, or habits of those whom I serve.
Please sign my
You understand.
non-disclosure agreement.
High-profile member of the city. Not due for others to...
Very of course, I understand. Well, you keep the household running beautifully. I've never seen a finer hall than this. Haven't we, Benji?
Sure that you haven't.
So, who else is staying, as I recall?
My whole family.
Everybody,
Yeah, all the Dragonborn except for Elmania.
Who is going to come out, like, shining, feathers glistening, looking fabulous.
You guys are eventually... I'm sorry.
Oh, I was just wondering if Lelane's there.
Yeah,
are the
Lelaine
kiddos
gets to go,
there?
right? Oh, you wouldn't get Brennis in a bath. No way.
Okay. Thoroughly bathed and cleansed and feeling refreshed, hot water, as much of it as you wanted.
Was there
Almost
conditioner for the
unheard of before
Yeah, like a blow dryer.
Right, when the city had...
Do they have like a hot air room?
It is
Just sauna.
offered to you that others rub you down and dry you. Or you are given heated towels and left to do it yourself.
The towels will do. Rio can come trap me.
I'm gonna walk right by my sister. Like,
Rio
shining.
has been acting very nervously all evening. Even before you guys came up to the gate. So glad that we can go to this together. This is great. This is amazing. This is right. We've always talked about these things.
Pending assassination attempt.
And
Feeling daggers.
Abraham Lincoln.
My kidneys.
And my spleen disappeared.
Fortunately, this morning, that's what was missing. It goes in and it hits nothing.
Yeah.
Did we roll for today? You're missing a tail.
Yes.
That's right. Okay.
Tail.
Eventually,
A tail.
cleansed, warm,
My second
feeling,
one's still
most of you, feeling wonderful. The rest of you kind of feeling like you missed out a little bit. You are all back in your formal attire, and the whole group is led into the next chamber.
I still have my package with my knitted sweater in it.
You do. Just kind of holding that.
Showing me a gift to a dinner party.
And you're eventually led into a very long room with one huge 30-foot-long table. With one very large chair sitting at the head of it, and then a bunch of very nice chairs all around it. Not as large as the one at the head, but you are all seated. You all brought little bowls of rose water to rinse your fingers.
A nice, like, warm towel, wipe our fingers.
Nice warm towel, yes.
Like some sorbet to palate cleanse.
Sure.
I intend to drink it.
You have to
The rose
drink
water?
sorbet? Oh, God, he does.
Not great, but...
I don't finish drinking it then.
I see Cormier doing that, and I'm like, Barrett, don't you dare. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. No.
Roll a persuasion check.
Roll an intimidation check.
Or intimidation.
Persuasion, because he's my brother and I love it. That would be a 13.
He drinks it.
Oh,
Good boy. That's a good boy.
What a
And then when I see everybody else washing their hands, I'll be
I'll
like,
give you some paper later.
Okay. You're there for about 15 minutes.
chatting idly, I assume.
Idly chatting. This is the first time I think most of your families have probably met each other.
Mm-hmm.
Your mother is very quiet.
Yeah.
Very withdrawn. She initiates no
Always.
conversation.
No.
I'll sit next to her. Don't worry.
Oh, gods. Is he come
Can you
trying to
ask him
seduce
what color
everybody's
his hair
mother?
is, please?
Yeah.
He won't tell me.
What is your hair color, darling?
Nice lustrous brown. Thanks for asking.
Ooh,
Okay.
He's a Mr. Owl.
I haven't written down on it yet. What's on?
Before you hear
We'll find out.
the banging of doors,
What was the owl's name in when he
I don't remember.
Owl.
Owl.
and a dragon comes bursting through the wall.
Ah,
An
roll
ancient
initiative.
blue dragon.
Rolling! No.
Alright, face step the fuck out of that.
And a tall, broad-shouldered, muscular, not bulked
Jack.
up, but clearly athletic,
Impact on me.
young-ish human man comes striding through some of the double doors, and as the doors kind of swing open, you can see there's kind of the kitchen beyond, and there's a large boar that has just been skinned and gutted, just kind of sitting on a table in there before the doors close behind him, and you can see he's got kind of a bloody rag, and he's just kind of cleaning off his hands. Shoulder-length black hair tied back in a bun. He's got very strong features, very hooked Roman nose.
Okay, I cover Theodosia's eyes at this point. She's got her, mouth open.
She does. Narrow chin, big jaw. He's wearing richly embroidered clothing that is spattered with the blood. But as he's wiping his hands and he goes, welcome! Welcome! I'm so happy that you are all here. I apologize, but one moment.
Oh, take your time.
It was a fighter.
Oh.
Kind of wipes it off. A couple of servants kind of run in, pull the robe off, kind of give him rose water. He quickly rinses his hand. They bring another one that's totally different design, reds, golds, and kind of put that on him. He dries off his hands and he goes, and he goes around the table. We'll start with Cormier.
So tell me.
So glad you could make it. You must be Cormir Val. I'm sorry,
Sage Blossom.
Sage Blossom. I apologize. The reports vary on your last name. Going on to Cora. And you must be Cora. I've heard so much about you. Thank you so much. Reaches out his hand. Okay. Stops at your mother, right? And I'm so glad that you could make it. Right? Just kind of a very gentle hand out, clasps it. Just kind of a very gentle.
Very sweet.
Insight
Continues
check.
around the. For what?
Sincerity.
Roll an insight check.
This is the sincerest one.
23.
Yes, he's
Really?
sincere. He's very happy to see her here.
Oh. Fine.
I don't trust Meriwether's just
Giving the side eye.
Goes around the table, greets some of the grandkids, your family, comes to you. I recognize that Dragonborn anywhere. I hear stories coming from the Snowdrop Inn all the time. The loot.
Yes.
Oh, you must play for us later.
I would love to. That's
Oh,
why I brought it.
Oh, wonderful.
going to you and your family, right? He reaches out his hand and Soren kind of stands up out of the chair and goes, "Hey!" Big,
I love your father.
big hugs,
my father.
pats him on the
I
back,
love
kind
him.
of, and sits down. Your mother is going, "This is my husband, Soren. I'm Elaine. This is my daughter, Talia." Introduces you all. Shakes his hand. Comes to you. Ah, the Arcanist. Welcome.
Thank you. Yes, aspiring Arcanist, if you don't mind. I'm not quite
From
there
what
yet.
I've heard, you have proven yourself well and above any expectations that could
well,
possibly
well,
be
thank
hoped
you.
for.
That's most kind.
I am so excited later for you to tell me the story. And Grandmother Mayweather,
How do you
your
do,
reputation
dearie?
precedes you, ma'am.
What a strapping young man. My granddaughter Theodosia, my son Benjamin.
Hello. Oh, Theodosia is just like, yeah, no, I'm Theodosia. Benji's going,
Benjamin, shake man's hand, dearie.
yes, of course. There was just, yeah. Shakes his
I'm
hand.
so sorry the rest of the family couldn't make it. I mean, business the way it is. I mean, it's
That's
winter
all
time. you
right.
understand.
As many as we could get. Now, what? I'm definitely not dropping in intentional phrases with potential double meanings. Okay.
Inside check.
Oh, on me?
Yeah.
Sure.
No, natural
him
17.
again.
I'm going to use one of my legendary actions to automatically succeed on the.
So, just to be clear,
Yes.
you killed the boar that we are enjoying for dinner that I saw through the window there.
Of course.
That's amazing.
Yes, for such an esteemed assemblage of guests, I had to take a hand personally.
Very few people do so. That's
Of course, but
truly charming.
many have forgotten the thrill of the hunt,
Mm.
the thrill of finally bringing down the foe, of
So,
stripping the life.
did you actually go somewhere to? Did you go into the wilds to
Do you
find that?
Do you have a place?
Where else would you find a boar such
That
as
is
that?
That is tremendous.
Of
That is
course.
What's your weapon of choice?
amazing.
Of course, I brought my retainers with me. It would be foolish
Of course.
for a man of my importance to risk myself. So.
Absolutely,
But
Counselor.
have no fear that I am risking my life needlessly.
Oh,
Cannot
thank
have
goodness.
the
Yeah,
city
no.
plunged with Lady Solana having no other heirs.
No.
What is your weapon of choice, Counselor?
That depends entirely on the situation. For a boar hunt, the spear,
Yes.
obviously.
Ah, very interesting. How long have you been hunting? Ever since you were a child?
Since I was a child,
Mm.
best place to start.
Of course.
Time to start.
Of course. Of course.
Idle chatter, small talk.
I'm surprised you can find game at this time of year. I mean, wintertime.
Winter's when they grow the biggest.
Yes.
Only the biggest and strongest stay out in the snows and risk
Certainly
the foul
true.
beasts that infest our countryside.
It's a hungry city. It's wonderful to see such talent
Of course, if
brought to the table.
only we could open up that countryside
It's not
to
going to be too difficult.
the common folk, that they could obtain such sustenance for themselves. These walls, these city walls, they cage us in. We lose so much.
Oh, but they also keep things out, as you just mentioned.
Of course. They are needed. For now. Perhaps someday we can take back what is ours. All right. The food should be ready. And the boar, which has been cooked as one piece, there is all kinds of vegetables and sauces around this massive 6-foot long, 3-foot wide platter. They're all, Soren is sitting there going like, right, grabs the napkin and just
Tupperware, shoving some in the
all right.
Just like this.
The boar is brought out,
Bag ready.
placed on the table, and the servants begin coming around, cutting off pieces, laying them down in all of your plates. Does anybody have any dietary restrictions?
Mother generally doesn't eat meat.
Mother does not eat meat. Good. She'll start
All the
eating.
veggies.
I love
If they're coming around with alcohol,
The
I
boar.
would say no.
Odd question, Josh.
Begin eating.
Is there
your
something else other than the
patriots.
Well, until 2 minutes ago, I didn't even know what color your hair was, so we haven't seen summer yet.
No. Just eating.
If they
Any
come
other
around
dietary restrictions?
with alcohol, I'll say I don't partake.
Okay.
I don't normally, but I will tonight. Thank you.
They do come around with alcohol. They offer it to you, and you say, "Oh, okay,
Sure.
Why not? Why not?"
No, I said I don't normally partake,
Oh, I'm sorry.
but I
You
will
don't
tonight.
normally, but you will tonight. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I thought you reversed it.
No.
Do you have any milk, darling?
They actually did not offer you alcohol. They came around with milk right from the
I love
get-go.
Oh, that's so wonderful. How thoughtful.
Of course, I have taken great pains to get to know each and every one of you again. I am so very grateful for what you've done for me and my house. Dinner proceeds. Are there any specific conversations you'd like to have?
I'm busy eating.
I would probably at some point try and reach out and hold hands with Rio again, see what happens.
Okay. You reach out and you grab his hand. And he kind of starts for a moment and then holds your hand. And for a moment he seems a little calmer. And then he kind of starts to get nervous again. A few minutes later, pretty soon you can see he's kind of bouncing his knees. He's eating and just kind of looking around.
What's going on?
Nothing. Everything's fine.
It's obviously
I'll tell you about it later.
okay.
I'm gonna ask our host. So you've invited us here so kindly for our services to the city, of course. But you also mentioned service to your house. We were so pleased to have been used to you.
Of course, it's an archaic phrase. Not the greatest of writers, I will admit. Had somebody else look at the letter, they fancied it up.
Oh, it was beautiful.
I hope the core of what I meant to communicate was communicated.
So are you happy for our service to you personally, or more to the city as a whole?
They're one and the same. You've done a great service for me. Whatever you do for me enables me to give back and help the city.
Do I buy it?
You roll an insight check.
That's 13.
Yep.
Utterly sincere.
Utterly sincere.
Truth shining out of every
pore
word,
of his
every
body.
pore of
Every
his
shiny
body.
tooth in his mouth gleams.
I trust him less.
If I could say, counselor, if you ever are in need of services as far as letter writing and such goes, my father's a very accomplished scribe, and I dabble.
Your father has just a mouth. He goes, yeah, I forgot. And Lelaine just goes, sorry. Chew your food.
Is this like what Grace does to you?
I was about to say, I definitely do not have any experience
Of course not.
with this sort of interaction
No.
whatsoever.
Obviously not.
I did.
I feel like this is like my parents.
Meanwhile, I'm also going, Benji, dear, chew your food.
Yep. Tell the story later.
Can
Dinner
we have an
passes.
intermission for the story?
It is amazing. Again, you guys have been living for the last year on gradually deteriorating quality of food. You haven't had fruit in months. It's incredible.
Last time we had roasted pigs, they tried to kill us, so...
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
I keep looking at it, just expecting it to move.
Perception check.
Okay.
We're a little paranoid.
That's a natural one.
Oh, Lord.
It moved! Passes without incident, without necromantic feast creatures.
He's too sincere.
Face is too sincere.
Your mom
His
is too
face is too
sincere.
sincere.
What have I done to you to make you so suspicious?
TPK'd us.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Good point.
Fair point.
Thank you.
After about an hour or so of eating and conversation,
He's
people
also
getting
talked
to
several
know
times
each other.
about killing this whole.
He has.
He really has.
So-
And all of the people that we love, which was kind of worse.
Once everybody is kind of sitting back, loosening their belts, the servants have come through and cleaned everything up. He says, "Now, there is dessert in the next room, but if I might have a brief word with the helpful adventurers pleasantly patronizing me."
You can call us Happy.
Happy.
Ah,
Yes, happy.
I see it now.
Yes.
Yes.
We like to joke around.
It can't be me, otherwise that'd be happen. See,
No, I understand the acronym now.
yes.
If I could speak with the members of the patrol, that's a valiant thing.
Of course.
Absolutely.
If you will head into the kitchen, they have refreshments for the rest of you, and we will be right along.
This is a wonderful opportunity. One must never come to a party without a gift. And I hold up my beautifully wrapped present.
My.
For you, my dear.
Oh. He reaches out to take it. Oh, you've beaten me to the punch. Oh, he kind of shakes it out. I'll wear this tonight.
Do I buy it?
Roll an insight check.
Oh god, it's a 7.
Yes!
Fine.
He fully intends to wear it,
He's
along with his
disgustingly-
fluffy slippers in front of his fire with his mulled wine.
He's
Yes.
disgustingly
Oh.
You
sincere.
can tell all of
I
that
love
from his
him.
sincerity.
Mm-hmm.
I have, of course, as I mentioned, gifts for each of you.
Oh, that's
That's so
generous.
nice of you.
So
So
charming.
generous.
Grandmother Mayweather.
Oh, just Ma, dear. We're friends now.
Ma Mayweather. I have for you, right? He kind of, and a servant comes out with a silver tray, and he kind of lifts off of it just a large spool of yarn that looks like gold that has been turned into yarn. It's shiny. You see it and you think the embroidery that you could do maybe on some navy blue or, right? Oh, right?
That's beautiful.
Your talent at weaving and sewing precedes you.
Thank you. This is lovely. I almost want to take that back and just update it.
It's nothing. This, of course not. I will never let any hands touch this again. This is mine. I was lying. I was going to murder all of you.
Knew it.
You knew it.
I kind of
I like
figured
how he
his
gives
gift
us-
was like poisoning our family.
He has a
Smoke just starts coming
I'm
out.
like, he's being too nice, he's being too nice, he's too sincere.
a nice NPC and everyone hates him.
Yep.
Cormier, your talents also precede you.
Oh.
Another
That
tray
was cool.
comes out, and he lifts from it an ornate mug It has kind of a dark gray body with just kind of these columns that end in dragon feet of gold filigree that run down it. Any liquid placed within this cup will remain cold.
Ooh, cold beer
Further,
forever.
Very first thermos.
speak the command word. There is endless ale.
Okay.
Ooh.
Thank you.
You have an endless supply of cold beer.
Oh,
I'm sorry, back up to the command word.
Drink and be merry,
Drink and be merry.
for tomorrow we may die.
yeah.
Whoa.
That's an awfully long command word. Which one's the word?
Die.
It's more of a phrase, actually. I apologize, it was misleading.
Anytime he says die.
And then the ale fills up. Every time he says
Josh.
die.
Any moment.
But how
now.
good?
Any moment it's gonna happen.
But how good is the ale?
I don't care.
You made me roll for how good my beer was.
Lyra. Lyra is there.
Yeah. We forgot about Lyra.
Little, I could not find out much about you, but I have recovered this in my travels. Another tray, seemingly empty until he sets it down, and he, delicately picks up kind of a burnt, broken bit of a manuscript. I hear that you are someone of faith that is rare and should be treasured.
Myron has faith.
I do not know what this says, but perhaps you can find use for it. My scholars tell me that it is of a religious origin.
Jocasta is rolling over in her grave right now.
What grave?
Yeah,
Jocasta's rolling over in the dirt pile that she died in. Okay.
Guys, don't remind me. Trauma.
Rats probably. Like,
Jocasta's bones are rattling.
No, but he like
except for the ones that
decapitated us.
parasites laid eggs in.
Jocasta's toe bone is rattling.
2 years of my life,
The dragon
Joshua.
one that's wearing your knuckle
It
bone
feels
around
suddenly
his neck
like-
is like, oh, weird.
Yeah.
Just always just twist. Just.
2 years
Okay.
of my life.
Four sessions.
Talia,
Yes.
I hear that you are already an accomplished writer and repairer of books.
Not quite as good as my father, but I'm trying.
Of course.
In the background of that, you hear "Drink and be merry" and
Just die.
But I hear that you have been learning the magic trade, and so I understand such materials are expensive.
They're extremely expensive,
They
yes.
are. So, and he gives you sorry.
There you go.
It comes out. This quill. Silver quill.
Okay.
But it feels like feathers. Shines with a metallic sheen, but it feels like soft feathers with this beautiful golden nub. This has been enchanted to be exceptionally efficient with the ink that it consumes.
Oh my.
It should last you 2, possibly 3 times as long. The
Oh
ink
my
that you
goodness.
use was
Well, thank you, counselor. This is truly a princely gift. This is amazing. Thank
it is
you.
nothing. It is nothing.
Thank you so much.
Cora! Perhaps this is a conversation that would be better suited with your mother present, but I do not wish to step into anything or upset anyone. I have acquired the services of a very talented smith from the compound. It was possibly expensive to get. He specializes in prosthetics. He is confident that he could restore to your mother the beauty that I see now within. I did not wish to put this to her directly. I don't know if it is rude. So I ask you, would such a thing be credible?
I don't know if she would consent to it on her own, but I will on her behalf.
I appreciate that. I hope this in some small way repays the debt.
There can be poison claws.
She can scratch people with poison then. Gee.
No, they're gonna be like put into her poison dead.
The room starts to shake.
Seriously, I rolled a
Earthquakes.
22 on my insight. But rolls that he doesn't call for.
No.
I know.
One final matter of business.
I didn't get a kid.
Chip, sorry.
Oh, you're left out.
You get to say.
God.
That's
come
it.
That's it. Mary quits. Mary just quits. Forget this.
Bye, Mary!
Yeah,
Screw this.
God,
Got
I'm
the
gone for
letter.
like a week.
You're the only one that he like sacrifices because you weren't even there.
Yes, but I was the only one who got the letter.
I would not deign to touch or attempt to replace that instrument at your side. However, the very same smith is exceptionally talented in filigree work. He can, without affecting the sound of your instrument, inlay it in gold, in silver, in arcane runes, should you wish. I understand your studies lean in that direction.
They do.
Yes.
That would be wonderful.
Excellent.
You're very kind.
I will have him send for the instrument just as soon as possible.
Thank you.
Now, one final matter of business. I understand you're an exceptionally, I apologize.
I place a hex on it.
He's been
Quite a meal.
hitting the sauce.
As I've mentioned, I'm a junior member of the council. I know that you are an exceptionally accomplished patrol, but I wonder if you seek something more. As a junior member of the council, I've been assigned somehow, I swear those slots were weighted, that I have been assigned to fulfill some of the more menial tasks for the city this month, resupplying outposts, providing money for city watch upkeep, and the like. Truly boring work. I know, so tedious, so lacking in glamour. Absurd, really, but that is where you come. No role that I do not ask for. The third watch post needs resupplying. It lies but an hour from the city walls. And convincing anyone is simply abominably difficult. Now, it is a menial task. It involves simply escorting a caravan. However, it pays exceptionally well. For delivering supplies through dangerous territory, you will each be given 300 gold pieces. I know it wasn't that lucrative in past times, but now I'm in charge. And once menial tasks will once again be glorious. I would like you to lead that charge.
This is a very kind offer. That's tremendous. Immensely, but perhaps I might make another request. Speaking of the thing that my compatriot just muttered into his monk, perhaps you've heard that we have somewhat of a medical emergency amongst us.
I
Good
had
point.
heard.
And
Cormier, you're looking remarkably well, given the severity, apparently, of your illness.
But, so, my mother has administered a draft which will stave off the disease, or whatever it is, for some time, but it lacks the necessary components to actually achieve cure for him.
And what would you need?
Well, devil's blood flower would be best, or perhaps lungwort. Stone stream would also work, I believe, but
We had a devil of a time finding these ingredients.
I've searched all over the city. I can't find anything.
Yeah, tried everywhere.
I'm going to kill my informants. If only they had known of such a simple fact, perhaps I could have spent my efforts obtaining that for you. I'm going to kill those men.
Oh, no, there's no need to resort
Inside
to
check.
Roll. No. You know what? Fuck you. You don't get to roll.
Is he our new patron?
There's no
sorry?
need
Is he our new
to
patron?
I don't trust
If
him
you
as
would like-
far as I can throw him.
Would you consent to bear my house colors? And
I'm okay with this. Personally.
Um,
I don't know about all of you, but I will.
patronage, of course, goes both ways. You would have access to equipment, to knowledge, to influence within the city if you will proclaim my name and help to spread my influence.
Drink and marry tomorrow.
I'd be happy to.
Was that a bad idea? I apologize. I meant to be kind. It was.
No, it was a good
perhaps not a
idea.
well thought idea.
No,
idea.
it's
He
it depends
finds
on the
it
day.
anyway, so
Yeah,
thank
that's
you
true.
anyway.
It'll
Right.
keep him out of trouble for trying
Yes.
to obtain it in rather more legal ways. So
Yes.
Yeah.
you did a
That's
wonderful
very
job.
true.
Heart
Perhaps we
is
can keep an eye on him.
So, I meant only to offer as a single errand as further payment of.
Perhaps
The
we
debt I owe
start
you,
with
but-
one errand and then see what transpires afterwards.
Okay, I know I'm over here.
Of course.
And again, if anything can be done to assist our friend,
Well,
Yes, that would
His,
be tremendously helpful.
while we're doing this errand, would we be able to have access to some of those things, and then upon our return, we would
That's
return
so
those
clever,
items to you.
Cora. That is so clever.
Shit, I'll be your little slave boy. Oh, man. Drink a bit. Oh, for tomorrow we die.
No, you die
Again,
in a
I'm
week.
truly worried about him. How much more of this can he take?
He
So
has
much.
He'll pass
he
out
won-
eventually.
He once won 3 drinking contests and then continued
That
drinking.
was but a dark ball ago.
So
We have t-shirts.
he is surprised for
I will. Should he be unable, I will have him shipped to his home.
First class mail stamp on his
No, he
forehead.
just puts wax on me.
Return to sender.
All right.
or you can stay here with him.
But no,
Yeah, that's fine,
my
so-
beautiful friend Cora raises a good point. If we were to do this errand for you, could you perhaps lend us some of your gear? We don't have a lot of gear ready available. He has a hammer.
A convincing argument.
I've got more than a hammer. I got a mug. Drink a big man.
Kind of slams up, and Rio just starts walking towards you with a knife that no.
Oh God!
I'm sorry. Rio does stride across the floor,
Matt starts sobbing.
and everybody else kind of files into the room behind him, and the counselor goes, I'm so sorry, young man. We were not quite finished. He goes, Chancellor, I just wanted to say something.
Counselor.
Damn it, sorry. Counselor, I just wanted to say something. Cora.
Oh God!
Harry, babe.
We've known each other for a long time, and that... You can see he's just like starting to sweat.
Oh no!
Don't ruin this, Josh.
I'm so sorry that I haven't been around in the last year. I've been working in the docks to work up enough money.
Josh, you better not propose to
Pulls
me,
out.
and then Devin doesn't.
He pulls out. Josh will admit that Josh did not think of that. Josh apologizes, but Rio knows none of this. Takes out... You know, it's not an amazing ring.
Aw.
It's fairly low quality, but it is gold. It does have a gemstone. It looks like it costs quite a bit, and you realize that in the few moments that you have seen Rio over the last year, he's been looking kind of a little more haggard,
little more gaunt. Now that's fairly common, but you realize now that it was probably because he wasn't eating as much as he should have, because he was saving up as much as possible. He goes, Chancellor,
Counselor.
God damn it! Pose here, okay?
Just be glad we were there when you proposed to me.
Counselor.
Peanut gallery.
Counselor, I apologize, but I wanted all of these here, and for you to witness this would be a true honor. Chancellor... Fuck! The counselor. I'm just gonna call him Artyom. Yeah. Artyom kind of, by all means, son. Cora, we've talked about our dreams of escaping, of finding power and getting out of this place, of having adventures, and all of that would be wonderful, but not without you. So he kneels down, offers you the ring.
Ah!
Will you marry me?
Yes.
Yay! Man, we're on session 2, and there's
He kind
already
of
a
jumps
proposal.
up and hugs you, and then kind of, right, kind of takes the ring out and
We're all applauding.
puts it on your
We're like,
paw. And all of the family is there, and they're all clapping.
Yay! Start sniffling into a handkerchief.
What does her mom do?
Artyom is going to roll an insight check. Are your tears genuine?
So genuine.
Okay. The rest of the party continues. You regale him with stories. How close to the truth are you, knowing that your parents are watching?
Pretty close. I embellish a little bit as
A little bit?
as I always do. You know, embellish a little bit.
You leave out the part about us being the ones that broke into his place in the
Yes,
first
yes,
Right?
I do leave that out.
And then we smashed down the door. No, wait, that's not what happened.
Somebody else did
Yes, I embellished a little bit, and I make so they didn't break into the warehouse, and you know, things like that. But yeah,
You finish. Artyom is clapping. He looks a little disappointed.
would you like a request?
I had just... No. Of course,
No?
it was
Are you
beautiful.
sure? I have many songs prepared.
Of course.
Would you like something haunting or something more joyful?
Given the occasion, something more joyful. But
Okay.
I leave the decision to the...
Joyful.
Joyful. Okay. I'm going to sing a song of a local folk hero who, her name is Fallon Fairtree. And she was said to sing so loudly and so beautiful that she drove off a group of werewolves out of their town. It's in G major. There's a lot of la 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 la's.
Whoa.
Hey.
Whoa.
Mean werewolves. Not you. Not you.
Not you.
God.
For some reason, deep in her soul, Vera is offended that she doesn't quite know why.
This is a folk tale.
So loud that she scared off werewolves.
Yeah, and I wrote a verse, and yeah.
Sing it.
There once was a girl so proud and tall who stood all above the rest. She led her people firm but fair, and of all she was loved the best. But Fallon had a gift she knew to keep away all the threats. You see, she opened up her mouth and taking a great deep breath, she sang la 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 la, and it goes on and on and on, and there's a lot of laws in the middle, you know, singing songs, you know, because that's kind of her chorus. But yes, I do a whole folk tune, you know. Yeah,
that's beautiful.
Rio does not leave your side for the remainder of the evening, just always holding your hand, just occasionally just kind of looking at you and nodding and kind of looking back on whatever is happening. Just all of the stress seems to have just gone out.
Yay.
Oh.
Is my mom happy?
She is.
Yay.
And then a blue dragon
And
smashes through the wall.
I avoid making eye contact with my mom.
Rocks fall and hit only Rio.
You bitch.
All right.
I just want to sit and keep chatting with Artyom after that. Just like,
Sure.
After I finish all my music, just chat with him.
Okay.
Yeah, he's nice.
While she is entertaining everybody, is there anything you would like to do before the evening comes to a close? Artyom will supply you with some equipment to aid you in your quest. The equipment, of course, will belong
to the house, but for your use, so long as you agree to be his client.
How far away did the watchtower? Did you say the watchtower was?
About an hour's journey.
And it's on the outside of the city.
Yes.
Okay.
Wait, when do we get to take the equipment?
As soon as you head out.
Okay.
If you have any requests that you would like to send to RTO, go ahead and text or email those to me. Hopefully before tomorrow.
Gummy bears.
Benji aside relatively subtly.
Sure.
Just whisper in his ear.
Everybody is totally focused on the music, the celebrating. Sure. There's a moment when he goes, of course, and you say good boy, and he goes.
That's to Grandma.
Are we making a move today?
I'm just sitting there, stroking this quill, and can't wait to get home and do some work with it.
So mechanically speaking, you will require half the ink and paper essentially to be copying your spells.
How soon are we expected to leave?
3 days at the latest.
All right.
I hear they are running out of supplies out of the third watchtower.
Do you think you can have my loot back by then from your smith? Or should I wait until afterwards?
Perhaps wait until afterwards. He
Excellent.
is a perfectionist.
That's just fine. I just want to make sure I had it while I was on my
Of
journey.
course.
You might send out word for those ingredients.
Of course, yes. I will begin searching for them. Very well.
Make sure he gets a full, note of everything Mother told me about where they grow and what they look like and all of that.
Okay.
Just help him as much as possible.
Cora, was there anything you wanted to do with anything before it closes?
No.
Give him a big kiss.
Well, yeah.
Dance a
That's
little
like
bit.
just goes without saying.
Take some
No, I don't think
photos.
so.
Okay. Your mother is just kind of crying and away just the whole time. Come here.
Oh, I'm out.
I figured. Okay, just checking.
I am passed out, face down in the pool.
You all head home.
But he still somehow
Happy.
whispers.
I'm sorry, Elmania, you wanted to. Was there something specific you wanted to chat with him about, or just sitting and chatting?
No, just sitting and chatting with him. Yeah.
You all head home into the winter air, which seems somehow brighter and warmer than before. You are filled with good food, good alcohol. You're dragging a body along with you. No, servants have taken him home in a carriage. You have a potential new patron. You've got some equipment that you can requisite. Don't look at me like that.
I don't trust him as far as
Jesus Christ. I'm sorry. Fallen gods.
He's our Allura.
Dead
He's our Soren,
Fallen dead.
That's my curse.
I mean, I loved it, because that is one of the things that I've been trying to build into the world, and I'm not good at inventing curses, apparently.
You don't?
But that has
man,
given
we'll
me
work
just
on
a whole range of inspiration, so I've been developing it. Thank you. You head home. You and Rio to separate places. Your mother insists.
Of course.
And you spend a lovely night. Go ahead and
How
end
sad
there.
does my mother
Yeah.
look, like wistful? Is she okay? Or
Roll an
is she
insight check.
Okay. It's my mother, for God's sake. 5.
It's an old disappointment, so it's not hugely coming to the forefront. Don't know. She seems fine.
That's good.
Didn't really react.
Grandchildren.
Dad's happy.
Grandchildren
So,
are sometimes
Your dad is
more
having
trouble than
You
the
all-
best day. It was like,
Return to your homes. Spend the night. We'll pick up in the morning next
All right.
week. Thank you all for joining us this evening. Join us again next week. for
Yes.
thank you.
It Gets Worse.
What? This got better.
Check us out on socials.
Yes.
Did it?
Please do.
Did it get worse?